all right. It is, man. We back at it like crack addicts once again.
Back at it.
You know what this is, man. You know what we do. We good at this, I think. You think we good at this?
We get better.
We get better. We was a little late this time, but we ain't that late. You know what I'm saying? We might be late, but we always ready.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? We got a good one tonight. You know, and I was thinking, people are probably thinking, why we only got Chicago motherfuckers on the show?
Because that's where the fuck we at.
That's where the fuck we at. You heard what she said? And we got to give these people their motherfucking flowers. These motherfuckers, these legends, these
nobody else do
legends, it. These brilliant minds in the city that we live in, the beautiful city of Chicago. And we got another one, man. Another one. God can. Okay?
God did.
I
feel like Cali blood pressure is fucked
up. Whoever the fuck did. But we're here right now. And tonight, I swear to you, this should be fucking crazy. But before we even get started, let's get some old school shit real quick.
Okay.
To my motherfucking right, we got the illustrious, hands down, the baddest co-host on the motherfucking planet. You know what I'm talking about? We got Naj Vino, the queen of the goddamn Unwrapped podcast. Boy, give it up for my girl.
Thank you.
You already know what it is, man.
Appreciate
Cut the games.
Appreciate it. And to my right,
what?
We got my motherfucking illustrious. Illustrious is the word of the podcast.
Yeah, illustrious.
It is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
The reason for it all, you know what I'm saying? Resident antagonist, all that good shit. We got motherfucking heat detective drinking wine out of a fucking sauce jar.
You know what I do, man? You take me out the hood, man, but I'm always going to be hood. But anyway, let's get back to the shit. You know what I'm saying? We got one of the coldest motherfuckers I ever met.
Wait.
Oh shit!
In the motherfucking underground rap scene.
We forgot somebody.
Oh. See, I be forgetting because the motherfucker be bootlegging our shit. We got the engineer in the building. We're just gonna leave it at that. Shout out to the engineer. He just, yeah, my bad. God damn. But that, you know what? That's how it be. Shit, he's so sneaky.
Man,
I forgot the motherfucker. I didn't even know he was here.
He scared the shit out of me when he said something.
God damn. Let me get back to what I was saying. Just shit knocked me right out of my square. We got one of the most prolific underground rappers in Chicago on this show. Good friend of mine, man. An amazing MC, amazing artist, amazing creative soul. I mean, I could say a whole lot more. But I ain't even gonna do all that. Let's just come and bring his ass in, man. Shout out to SARCASTIK is in the motherfucking building.
Down.
Go ahead, say what you gotta say, man.
Hey, y'all had me. I don't know if y'all were able to see me before it started, but y'all had me cracking up. Right? Oh shit, I forgot. I'm like, it started with the DJ. Oh my god.
That's what's up. So let's get right into it, man, because I know this is going to be a hell of a motherfucking show, and there's a lot of ground to cover. For those of you who don't know, this is the SARCASTIK one from Chicago. This is, we in the city, so we gotta start giving the people who have laid the foundation for a lot of motherfuckers in this city, rather, even if they believe it or not. I had the pleasure of meeting this guy at Chicago Fire. I don't even know if they do that show anymore.
If they do, I've been excluded from it. So I mean, I'm saying if they still do, so I wouldn't know what to tell you.
All I know is when I met this man, he was so charismatic, and the energy that he had on stage, I was just like literally blown away because I was on the side of the stage. I was like raffling off some stuff, and he literally like took the skateboard out of my hand and he's like, "Yeah, motherfuckers, get your ticket." I'm like, God damn, I'm over here starstruck. And I don't even know who this motherfucker is.
Crazy part about that story was that was probably the first time I ever held a skateboard.
Damn.
Well, all right.
And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, like I like it, but I do more like Puerto Rican stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to sports, like safer sports, that I'm not gonna bust my shit as easy, like riding a bike.
Yeah. Well, a bike with a motor.
Strap myself to the back of a car and hold down for dear life and know that a cycle's driving, stuff like that.
Okay. All right, so this is how I met this person. This is how I met this creative mastermind, this creative genius, this fucking bundle of energy. I couldn't even imagine what he was like as a shorty with his parents, because the guy's just like full of fucking energy. So just for the people out there that may know you, may not know you, tell the people who you are, where you come from, bro.
Well, they call me Sarcastic, Latin artist from Chicago. You know, been in Chicago most of my life. Been doing music for as long as I could remember, man. Like when I add up the years now, it just seems ridiculous, you know, because it just they double in numbers now, you know. And I remember at one point looking up to the local guys and being like, man, I can't wait to be at that level. And then a couple years later, working with these same dudes and doing a lot of shows with the same bigger local, you know what I'm saying, local names, and even guys outside of the other things. So just outside of Chicago, I'm sorry. But it's been real dope and a journey, just being able to be a part of the local scene and add a craft that I feel like isn't here. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I add a balance with the comedy and the lyricism and the charismaticness, you know, because I feel like a lot of people will have one and don't know how to control the others. You know, I know a lot of real dope MCs, but that don't know how to do what they put onto the fucking record on stage, and then vice versa. I know guys that their music isn't so hot, but their performance on stage is ridiculous. You know, and maybe just my personal opinion. I had some other people might think of them different, but just I've just learned how to combine that, and then the fact that I could bilingual and Spanish and English has just added to the blessings that I've had, you know, to be honest, because it's been a lot of blessings, man. But it's still a struggle, you know. Like I'm not trying to say that I've been nothing but blessed, but it's been real hard. Like to do a lot of things in Chicago as an artist, it's not easy. It's a lot of disappointment and discouraging things. So to create a name for yourself takes a lot of disappointment and discouragement. Like you have to really want this. So at the end of the day, like I knew I wanted it. Like some people will come in this and I think we had a conversation about this on the phone the other day, and like they only understand a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like like this guy will come in and he's like, oh well, I don't need to know how to count 16 bars when I could just record my verse from the hook to the other hook. And there's guys who can break down 16 bars mathematically. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll grab, you know, and I've always liked to structure myself as somebody who can do that and understand every aspect. Like, why is he putting this to the beat? Why is he drawing these pictures in my head with words? How can I draw the same picture for, you know, the audience that I'm trying to cater to with, you know, with delivering all that in one, you know? And so that's where I'm at now.
Hey,
by the way, no, I don't drink this shit. Somebody left this here yesterday and I'm like, this is the closest thing I got to alcohol right now and I need a drink. Toast to y'all.
Hey man.
But
hey, ain't nobody even concerned. I thought it was
I heard good things.
There'll be somebody watching this like, is he drinking fucking
is it good?
Spike? It is pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. I grabbed the best blueberry lemonade. It's a blueberry lemonade.
Joey Norman, who says sarcastic dope. What up, little bro?
Man, see, that's the big homie right there, man. I love that guy to death. Salute to him, man. God bless him.
Yeah. So let's move a little forward now. So when did you know that you figured out like, damn, I want to be a rapper, or damn, I'm pretty good at this music shit? How old were you?
Oh, well, man, when I started, I was pretty good. Not man. No. To be honest, man, like I remember being I was possibly like 10, 11 years old, and who inspired me to start writing was Tupac, man. Like my mom gave me my first Tupac CD. She was like, hey, yeah, like it was crazy, like, you know, crazy how she I've told this story before, but like you know, probably once in the past, but actually to public or in general, I'm tying my shoe, and I'm like, my shoe is untied. My shoe is untied. Now
stay on topic.
Hey, you guys are you guys supposed to be frozen?
No, we're not.
Because you guys have been frozen for a while, like on the same picture frame, and I've been tweaking. Like, am I supposed to talk to them? Like, I'm just pointing that out.
You're good.
I'm about to say, oh, what the fuck? Oh, shit, no.
No, you're good to go. Go ahead. I mean, we can hear you.
Now y'all moved it, like, but I'm saying like y'all was frozen for a while, so I'm like, is they froze? Like, am I talking to a now you're moving? See,
I don't know. let me clean up some shit, and maybe we can, and then you know. But yeah, so your mom gave you the Tupac CD.
Yeah, no,
and
okay. So yeah, back to the original question. Yeah, man, she like that's what inspired me to write. Like, cause I felt like I had a story to tell too, man. There was a lot of things that I was going through in general as a person who thought I was being singled out in what I was going through, you know, and the only way to express that to anybody or to anything was to write, you know. And I heard Tupac. I think my mom gave me the single of All Eyes on Me, and I that's how I got attached to Tupac. And I what inspired me to write was the song Changes. And just because I was just like, man, this dude's he doesn't sound like everybody that I hear rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's actually telling a story about this this girl and you know, just experiences. And I feel like I had a different story to tell that could fulfill a pain, like, you know what I'm saying, like its own pain. And then eventually, like a year or two later, somebody introduced me to hip hop, you know, like, and it all changed, man. To be honest with you,
Pop, because she gave you the Tupac CD. That's your introduction.
No. I don't know. I feel like Tupac made me want to become a writer. When I was Tupac didn't introduce me to hip hop. Like I just thought it was all rap, man. Like I just thought all these guys just made rap music on the radio. Like, my first actual hip hop song that I heard was Quail from The Moment. And I was like, I heard, I'm going to quote him right now and shout out to Quail from Chicago, because I heard this when I was possibly like 13 years old. And from that moment on, I realized, like, I'm never going to rap like this. I want to rap like guys like this. Like, I had gotten introduced to a whole new genre, and that was underground lyricism. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying Tupac wasn't a lyricist, but it was just like a whole different level. When Quail had said something like, why hope to compete when openly you're not as dope as me? Supposedly you're cold until your flow's exposed to heat. You roasting me won't happen. Like, all you brought a rap, that's cute. Leave with your fingers crossed and an autograph or some shit. Like, it ended something like, but I was like, the hope to compete when openly you're not as dope. I was like, oh my God, people rap like this. Then I got into
because that's how I was when I was listening to shit, and then when I heard EC Illa, that was the first time I was like, holy shit, what the fuck is this?
We got to get him on the show.
And like,
that is a
I don't remember I don't remember who gave me his CD.
Or maybe I bought it too.
Maybe I bought it. No, but like once I started listening to that shit, it was like everything else just wasn't the same.
Yeah. And I feel like every artist that is on that type of I would say agnostic style, you know, like, because I don't want to discredit anybody when it comes to like what they like or what they listen to, because music is good in all aspects and forms. But you understand she got exactly what I was saying, because like, no, I understand. Like, it was like to the T, like I was like, people rap like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody does. I didn't have to portray myself to be something that I wasn't, and I felt like that was the only way that I was gonna have. And then somebody's like, they're like, bro, you're Puerto Rican. Check out Big Pun. And then I was like 14, and I was addicted.
Yeah. And I totally understand it 100%, because Rakim was that person for me.
Yeah. And then
you know, in that era, you know.
Yeah, and it was after that. It was just like a line, like it was almost like a domino effect. Like I think next was like Immortal Technique, and then fucking Jedi Mind Tricks and Army of the Pharaohs. I was just a big fan of just these dark, crazy lyricists, you know, and Eminem and.
So I'm curious to know, when you started listening to the more lyrical guys, you know, because they got their vocabulary, their wordplay, and all that. What kind of things did you do to sort of expand your horizon and kind of pick up that cadence or that vein of hip hop?
To be honest, like I at one point, and it's crazy because I still have notebooks from back then and I'm in my 30s now, so it's crazy looking back at those times. I used to think that like
30s.
Putting together
40-something nigga, you better stop playing.
In my earlier 30s, but we talking about me here. I love y'all anyway. I'm the use in this podcast.
Okay, I have a statement to make because it's been really puzzling the shit out of me, man. Because we spoke the other night on the phone, and we were talking about you rapping and whatever and this and that, and you went on this little tangent about how yeah, how you having a child really changed your perception and everything. And you said that you never even took rap seriously. It was like the way I perceived it was like you were doing this shit for fun and just like the pastime. You didn't take it serious. And here in my mind was fucking blown. Because it's like if that man didn't take it serious,
I hate to see you focus. Like seriously.
I hate to see you fucking focus.
Nah, thank you guys, and it's not even to sound cocky. You know what? It's just I guess a lot more was just happening in life. You know what I mean? Like that had nothing to and it became a big negative. And not the music, because music's always been like my to go to. That's like my other God. Like my God is first, and then my creator's first, and the music. But and then I had a son, and my son's not even 2 yet. But the thing was, like, I figured I'm like I can pursue this and try to see these lanes and how they go, or I can dedicate a little time to trying to be what I didn't have, and which was being a father figure to my son, and I thought like, man, I dedicated so many years to music and doing shows and this and that, and I had good times. I'm like, why can't I dedicate the time to him and like take a little time aside? And I never stopped. I just stopped putting music out publicly. You know what I'm saying? I just like right now I'm just more focused on becoming.
The key thing that I heard in that was that you were saying like you would forget lyrics on during a performance. You didn't give a fuck. You were just kind of like, yeah, it's whatever, dude. This shit ain't even that serious to me.
Yeah,
and
because
that you have to understand something. Let me just explain something really quick. Because when you said that shit, my mind literally burst inside of my fucking head.
No, because
I was like,
because we were talking about. Go ahead.
Because there's motherfuckers that was working extra hard that weren't even on the level that you were on.
Thank you.
And for you, to be like, yeah, but I wasn't even taking it that serious. And then you're like, but now here's where my focus is. My focus is on my son, and my focus is on my legacy.
Yeah, amen.
And that blew my mind because, like, okay, if that was him not really focused and being one of the baddest motherfuckers in the city,
thank you, bro.
What the fuck is gonna happen when this guy gets focused?
Mm-hmm.
God help these niggas. You know what I'm saying?
But right now, man, to be honest with you, the greatest song that I've created is That Little Man. So who knows? A blessing might shine. Like I said, my sunshine.
Yeah,
I think that might be the greatest fucking thing anybody said.
The best song
No, but man, like, thank you guys. I appreciate that, man. Is to be honest with you, like what was crazy was that I think the conversation was a lot about preparation beats talent, and I started becoming a little cocky to the point because I was doing so many shows, and I can't say cocky, but I just figured I had that. I did that same song 100 times within the last 2 years. I could fucking perform it at any point, not realizing that like I haven't practiced that shit, like preparation. And I was going to shows with people that I didn't necessarily look as better than me. I'm not thinking that I have to show out or anything. So I wasn't preparing for the shows. I would just show up with songs that, and I'd realize like I'd start forgetting shit or I'd have to freestyle and maybe it just wouldn't, it'd go good for the audience, but I didn't feel like that was perfection in craft. You know what I mean? And and I noticed that it'd go better for them. And I'm like, how the fuck did like it felt more less organic, you know what I mean? Like this is a joke because now I'm showing up and it's more the name that's like I'm not putting so much serious effort into this because it doesn't matter sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Either I'm gonna be full in or not, because even like there was a funny story I'll tell you that relates to this. I had shown up to Sub T one time, right, to perform, and I remember that I want to say one of the top headliners on the card. And so when I showed up, I felt like Eminem walking up to the 8 Mile. I had my hoodie. My hoodie is on. I had my hoodie on, walking up fucking North Avenue, and there was like 6 rappers. There was like 6 rappers in front of Sub T, right? And they're like, "Yo, Sarcastic," and these are guys that I had never met, but I had known from social media, I guess, like never in person. And they were like, "Oh, Sarcastic, bro, where's your entourage?" And I'm like, I'm about to make it right now, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to answer that question, but it was because I didn't want to. I didn't know that I was supposed, like, I didn't know that there was a rapper handbook that I had to show up with. You know, and that felt really good in a way, because like it was kind of like teaching. Because I knew that they were I'm not saying that they were looking up to me, but they showed me a lot of love. They showed me a lot of love.
Just speak your truth, man. Because people listen. People understand already, because if you've already humbled yourself quite a few times, people understand. And those
I'm
of
not
us,
drunk yet.
but those of us that do music and understand what it is to be a creative soul, an artist, and all of those things, we understand where you're coming from. There's no need to apologize. There's no, speak your fucking truth.
Oh no, but it is. But I mean, I don't. In my heart, I don't know if they were like thinking like this guy sucks, or if they were genuinely showing me love. But you know what I'm saying. So I don't know. So that's why it was funny for me to like answer like that. Well, I'm about to go make my fucking entourage. You know what I'm saying? Like, watch how I murder this stage. Like, I was that confident at that night, but I don't even remember what happened that night. But that was a story that would, I was like, man, I didn't know that. And that's cool. It feels good to show up with 20 people to a show, but that wasn't the common. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing a lot of shows on a every Monday, I got a show somewhere in the South Side. Wednesday, I'm doing a podcast. I'm doing a late night fucking show up over here to host this. So by Saturday, I've done at least 3 or 4 events. So by the month, I'm at 12, 13 events by just 1 month of trying to invite the same crowd of people. I doubt that same crowd of people is going to keep chasing me around the city for the whole, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you do gain your supporters, but I can't expect everybody to be, I also took pride in the fact that I could show up to places and take the crowd. And that's something that I push on the younger MCs, because I meet a lot of younger guys that I try, because they'll come to me and be like, man, like they'll ask me for advice, and I feel like I give them like the advantage edges. I'm like, you want to shine, motherfuckers? This is what you do, and I give them like a blueprint of like, because I know what they're doing right now on the fact that they're 1 or 2 years in, you know what I mean? Like starting to do shows and starting to work with different producers, and they're starting to get they're in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been doing this for a lot of years, and this is something I was going to bring up the other day in the conversation, but because you had spoken about somebody, and I was going to tell you this that was very hilarious to me, because one of my biggest pet peeves in life in music has been that I have been in some nice studios, right? The nicest studios that I have been in, I have walked out of there with the shittiest quality song that I have ever, like, in the shittiest studios that I've been, like the rinky dinky studios that I've been into have produced me the best shit that I've put out when it comes to my liking, the people's that I'm showing to's liking. Whenever I go to big studios and it's all the fancy everything, unless you have the fancy everything that, you know what I'm saying, working along with that whole production, it doesn't matter what it looks like, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you're putting into when you got the right shit. So what is it for you? Is it creating, or is it watching people enjoy your creation? No. It's definitely creating, and I like to create for people. So the fact that like I like to do things that will either inspire somebody to want to like outshine that in some type of way, or be inspired to do something. You know what I'm saying? Because like so a lot of music that I put out is a lot of message stuff when it comes to giving back to the kids and inspiring kids to make better choices in life and stay away from gangbang. You don't necessarily have to choose that path.
Nino Esco in the shit. You know who Nino Esco is, right?
I suck with names.
Okay. Do you know who E-Clip on the Beats used to be?
Yeah, that's your son.
He's in the chat room right now. He said, "What's up, y'all?" He said,
"What up?" I love that kid, man. One time you fell asleep.
We were just
Nino. One time you fell asleep. I walked by and farted. You ain't even know.
Hey. Yeah. So
that's not a true story, but that's not a true story. But I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
Shout out to you because like that, I remember going to the video shoot for Superstar Things. We shot some of it in my studio and some of it at your crib in the back. And every time I see that, I see my son young as hell, and then he's 1 second he's got a shirt on, next second he's jumping around with no shirt, and his bird chest is just fucking hanging out all over the fucking place.
Hey, that's how I got all the young girl likes on the video. You know, that's your son. I give him. That's the credit. All goes to him. All the little girls you see commenting on that, those are your likes. It's like who's bird chest?
He commenting like crazy right now. But I can't read all of them.
It's a lot of shit.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Shout out to Ray Guzman as well.
Yeah, Ray Guzman, man. Shout out to Ray Guzman Entertainment, man. Big Ray. You know what I'm saying? The people's in Colorado and his son, Young Perk.
We interviewed him, right?
Yeah. Good kid. Yeah, Young Perk. But yeah, shout out to them. But yeah, so again, back to the production and shit, because this is important. And one of the things that I've learned about you over the years is like you rock with a lot of people. A lot of people fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
Or they say they do.
Right. Somebody told me I need to clean my glasses, but I don't know what the fuck that means. You motherfuckers look clean to me. Anyway,
it's talking about my bangs. It's talking about my bangs.
Yeah, but as far as the production is concerned, I know you make beats. A lot of people that may know you or follow you, they may not know that you're an extraordinary producer.
Oh, thank you.
Do you find it hard sometimes because you're able to make your own beats yourself, but then you go to a studio and somebody wants you to fucking do something on their beat, and you're like, "Fuck, I got something way better than this for these lyrics." You know, do you ever?
No, to be honest, like I'm an artist, man. Like I learned making beats from being in the studio with y'all. Like I'm just so in tune, you know. Like instead of being that guy I mean, I know there was times we all got fucked up and had good times, you know, but for the majority of the time, I'm usually paying attention to who's doing what on the boards, who's, you know, I'm asking questions and being the artist. Like I'm sitting in the studio with you, different producers. Calavera, for instance, you know, was a big one.
Calavera's animal. Shout out to Calavera, animal.
Yeah,
straight animal.
And I met Calavera when I was 18, man. So I've almost known Calavera 20 years of my life. Oh damn, almost 20. That means I still got a couple more years to hit those numbers. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, he old. Damn, he old.
Moving forward. Because we also talked about that. We also talked about in our phone conversation, we also talked about age and how nowadays your age really doesn't matter. It's really your craft that fucking matters, because you can. You don't necessarily have to tell people who you are. It's your craft.
Yeah.
Aaron Johnson said, "What's up, y'all?"
Yeah, because I mean, there's a market for everything, man. Like especially with the internet and with all the crazy. You're telling me that all the dislikable stuff gets that much recognition and likable stuff can't? You know what I'm saying? When it's just it's about finding the lane, finding the market, but also like, okay, I'm gonna use a metaphor, for instance. Like I do believe this. You know, a lot of people ask me about actors and like what happened to them, right? Like, oh, whatever happened to such and such, man? He used to be killing. Haven't seen him in a movie in a while. And I'm like, maybe he just made millions and just quit and like didn't want to act anymore. You know, I've shown up as an extra on sets and heard stories about how extras got picked out to be a role that ended up being some classic shit. And they didn't want to be an actor. They just got paid for something that ended up being super popular and right. And I feel like that happens with music. You know, the same thing happens with music. There's sometimes people in the studio that might just want to jump in the booth. And that ends up being a song that people love. And that's not even an artist, you know, that I'm on that song with. And now I have to promote, like, And so it's the way that the craft worked is so crazy because now my boy I might be like, hey bro, this song can make us some money. He's like, I'm not even a rapper, but look, you jumped on this and I made him some money, and everybody knows who he is, but he doesn't take rap serious. And I feel like it's the same with actors and
that exact shit happened to Lil Baby. Not Baby, not kids with Lil Baby. All these babies and all these littles and all these fucking youngs and whatever the fuck.
I had my own baby.
Right.
He didn't even keep up with him.
You know, and then he ended up doing some shit, and they're like, "No, you got to do this because this song that you just did was hitting." And he's like, "That wasn't even. I don't even know how to write." Type shit. They got a. I'm not trying to promote this shit, but they got that documentary that where they're following them around.
God damn it! I still didn't finish that shit.
I think it's Amazon.
It's on Amazon.
Yeah, but anyways, I'm not trying to promote that shit because we need to be promoting Unwrap. God damn it! This is going to be the podcast that everybody's going to fucking love. Unwrap, not the holy rap. What did you say? Anyways,
Unwrap.
Unwrapto. So check this out. Listen, real quick. And I know you had a great run some years ago, right?
Yes.
And then, excuse me, as we spoke, you know, on the phone and shit a few days ago, and you're talking about how focused you are now and the things that you want to accomplish at this point in your life and in your career and music and everything. God damn. See, I don't mind.
It's just
yeah. But it's like shit. I should have wrote it down. But
he's like, I lost my train of thought.
Man, damn! I was on a good one too. That shit was fire. That was one of the most fire questions I think I was getting ready to ask.
Okay, all right.
So what did I say?
Damn.
I definitely don't know.
Let me try to fucking fix this. So as your journey in music and then to where you are now, man, fuck my life. Listen. Oh yeah. Now I remember because I said fuck my life.
There you go.
And now I remember. So throughout this journey and everything, how many times were you approached by different types of record labels and promotional group people that wanted to sign you, you know, and say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna make you huge"?
Well, you know what? I like that story becomes so cliche. It becomes so cliche. Yeah. I try to tell artists myself, I'm like, man, I want to believe in you, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's about you believing in you. I think it also goes back to timing and because like you said, when it comes to me, it happened. It's happened back and forth throughout time when it comes to offers and things that I was doing. People try to snatch you. Off
the top of your head, how many offers have you had, even at your height of even not giving a fuck? How many offers that you had?
I don't know, man. I can't. I guess it depends on what we're talking about. When it comes to contracts or just bullshit, because I've been offered a lot of bullshit, you know, and like, and I don't mean to talk shit when it comes to that concept, because some people might be serious about what they're offering, you know what I'm saying, but it might not necessarily be what I'm looking for, you know, because I've just come to like, you know, and I at a young state in my craft, you know, when I was already starting to learn, you know, more or less what I was doing, I took ownership in a lot of my stuff, which a lot of artists didn't, you know, and I started learning that game, you know what I mean? Like, so like that, like a lot of those offers really didn't matter. Like, unless it was something that was gonna make me like jump, like, oh my God, I love these people, on some Disney Mickey Mouse shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, dun, 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 like, Eminem, I want to hug you. You know, like it wasn't really interesting or something I made myself accommodable to speak about with anybody. You know what I mean? Like I kind of made it clear to most people, like, I'm not going to sign with anybody anymore, or unless these terms are met. No, but we did. Yeah. But it was also a lot of trickery, man. Like I said, it was like a lot of times it was the difference between what was serious and what wasn't, you know what I mean? Because some of the shit was bullshit.
That's why they say the music game is the most horrific shit and the most snake and evil shit ever. Because a motherfucker can trick you. He can trick you with sleight of hand. He can trick you with things. He can trick you with, a lot of shit. But even with all that being said, even if that motherfucker, go ahead.
Eventually, those questions get answered. You know what I mean? Like, so the trickery only lasts so long, and true colors eventually show. Like you said, the smoke doesn't peel. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you're there's no smoke, and you're peeling or you're trying to peel, and you told me you're a peeler. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing appealing here. You know what I'm saying? And I've been appalled by this situation. You know what I'm saying? Like see, you get it, you get the whole drift. That was actually kind of clever. But yeah, like and like I've been shown the picture of like, oh, this is what, and drawn into it. You know what I'm saying? Because based on circumstance, like I'm saying, trickery and words can be deceiving in a lot of different perspectives, and
I gotta get to it.
Like I said, man, like trickery, you know what I'm, and
I've got to get
and timing.
I gotta get to it.
Go ahead.
There was a particular night at a show. And I personally don't give a fuck if I say the name or not, and maybe I'll say it, maybe I won't.
Oh, you can say names. You can say names. I'm just talking shit.
It's Rich House Productions, and we all know about this shit. We all know this infamous night. But only few people know about what really, really happened after everybody left, and the show was pretty much over, and all of the heads that were like you're part of something were actually in the bar.
Oh, what night was that?
And there was a whole hoopla. This is Sarcastik finally signing a record deal.
That was at the Rich House. I did that at the studio over there.
No, bro. It was 510 had started that Flight Club shit away in Oak Park, but we had worked it out because at the time I was fucking with Rich House too, but I was at the edge of like
Oak Park. You said Oak Park. No, yeah. I thought you meant like he started this rap group in Oak Park, and I'm like,
no. So
I was like, I need to know those guys.
I was on the edge of not fucking with this dude anymore. Not Sarcastik, but the person who, the CEO, if you will, of Rich House. And I had bought a new camera, shit, brand new, like super dope shit. And I came in there.
I remember the story. No, I remember. Go ahead.
Because I came in there supporting you. You know what I mean? A shout out to Josh Reverb. Because Reverb also did things for my man. Him and Reverb, Sarcastik and Reverb go back a long time, and Reverb is my guy. And so I was going in there to get footage and take pictures just to support Sarcastik. I'm already knowing that this nigga's on some grimy shit. So I walk up with my camera and I greet him and his wife. And he goes, "Ooh, nice camera." He looks at it and he looks at me and he says, "Yeah, what shop did you get it from?" Now, mind you, I bought this shit. That was so insulting. That was like the straw that broke the camel's back because I was already like not fucking with Buddy anymore.
Yeah, fuck that guy, man.
Yeah, so now we're doing the show, right? I'm taking pictures, I'm kissing babies, shaking hands, whatever, I'm following Sarcastik.
Why were you kissing babies? Let's get into that part of the night.
That's a later show, I'm trying to get arrested. But anyways, so you're on stage, you do a crazy ass performance, and he comes out and he's like, "I want to announce the newest member of the Rich House family."
Oh, yeah.
He puts the necklace on you. Everybody goes bananas. End of the night, though, he said, "Let me give me that back."
Yeah, he replaced it with he gave me another one later. I don't know if it was the same one that he put on me that night or anything. I still have it. I've been talking about smashing. I want to turn it into a cock or something and send it back to him. But
But how does that feel like he does that? And I remember that there was only a few people that actually saw that happen.
yeah, I didn't. I mean, like, I have a wooden rosary on right now, and I have jewelry. You know what I'm saying? I don't have
Right.
to sit here and flaunt none of that shit. But like, I didn't know what any of that meant anyway. You know, to me, like, it was weird. That whole situation was weird. You know, the whole relationship. It was one of those points in where I got to where, like I said, man, like, your preparation. You know, preparation beats talent. You know, and if I was talented enough at the time, I would have been prepared to deal with that situation, you know, and I honestly didn't know what I got myself into when I got myself into it, and I started realizing it as I was, you know what I'm saying, as time was going, and I had to kind of eat it up, man, because I had signed the deal, you know, and I didn't really know. I was kind of stuck. I've been recording so much music,
but here's the thing. You not only had me yelling at your ass for the shit because I had already stopped fucking with Buddy for the camera comment.
No, actually it was prior. Like, I don't know if you remember this, man, but like, to be honest with you, it was you guys meeting you and going to your studio with him. I went with him to your studio one time, and it was probably one of the most amazing times I ever had, bro. Like, we did like a 16
a million times.
No, but it was the first time, because if you stop fucking with him, that means that I started going to your studio after that a shitload of times. Never with him. So the first time, I think it was like kind of with him or whatever. He took me there. So I was like, damn, this was we did like a 16-man song or some shit.
Yeah.
It was fucking ridiculous.
People there.
Bro,
yeah,
it was that. Yeah, so anyway, so I was like, yo, this was crazy. There was so many dope artists. Woo, woo. Everybody seems to be vouching for this guy. And everybody that night at your house was telling me on how, like, they were trying to get signed with Rich House. That I was like this lucky dude that I better, you know what I'm saying, jump on that offer because Joe does this and that and works with this artist and that artist. So, like, it's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? So I honestly was taking the word of like all these different artists that I'm meeting, not just that night, but there was a lot of dope artists. No. But I'm saying, like, but you didn't. But that was one of the, think about it. Going there was a dope experience. So I thought that was going to also be part of what was happening with the record, with the contract.
I had already been fucking with you. I had been to your studio way more than you had been to mine. Like,
you see, but, okay. So, but we had never talked about the Rich House thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know each other. We fucked with each other. It wasn't like we were talking shit about or talking about anybody's label or whatever. And he had given me this offer, and I was like, man, that's pretty much better than anybody. You know, he's talking about taking me here, there. I haven't done none of that shit. So, like, to be like, sometimes I look back and I look at it as like a lesson more than a loss. Because I did lose. I lost a lot of time, but I did gain at the same time because I did things that I hadn't done. And you know what I'm saying? Like, at that point in my artistry, in my career. So I couldn't take it all as a negative. I was like, okay, I hadn't done that. Even though I dealt with a lot of bullshit in between, I figured out how to get out of it, and I continued. It just kind of put a pause on everything. You know what I'm saying? So, because
shout out to you, man, for being at my studio, because I don't ever get a lot of props. I'm going to be honest with you, man. And I came to Chicago, and I'm not trying to make this about me, but this is just a real serious point. And this is why I know a lot of fucking people. You know what I'm saying? Because I left myself open and vulnerable, and I came out here with nothing, and I made these people know who I am. And not a lot of people tell me, man, coming to your studio is like, oh shit, this is the moment, or oh shit, I gotta step my shit up, or oh shit, this motherfucker's serious. Oh fuck, you know. And so thank you so much, man, for even saying that, man. Put that same energy behind Unwrap the podcast. Okay, can you do that? Anyway, sorry about the little tangent. But that's dope, man. That's dope to hear, because I've always been a proponent of you and everything you do, and I'm always amazed every time I go to your studio and just having a conversation with you, because you're a very interesting person.
Thank you.
You live a very interesting life. You pretty much live and do by your own fucking terms.
And that's how it should be, man.
Like that. So Nicholas Itchy says, "Sarcastic, what's good, my G?" Hey, listen, we're probably having more people tonight.
Yeah.
Just chiming in real quick and dropping little fucking shits for
I'll take
you,
it,
bro. And let me tell you, you know Rose Red because Rose Red loves the fuck out of you.
Love her too, man. That's I look at Rosie like a big sister, man. Like I always have, like since. And now I even feel weird saying that because we all getting old, so it's like saying big sister or whatever. But like I got mad love for her, like a sister, you know what I'm saying?
She might slap shit out somebody.
Yeah,
really good person.
I told her, I was like, you know, I can remember being in places, and people feel the same way about you. You know, if somebody's sitting over here and they're going, yeah, sarcastic, man, fuck that nigga, this and this and that. There's some dudes around that'll be like, who did you just say sarcastic? The little Puerto Rican.
but what they said they know me for is not true. I promise. She was actually staring at the bulge. She was staring. Bro. I was like, as it was there, I was like, it wasn't my fault. You know what I'm saying? Did I do that? I got, you know. Hey, but anyway, on another note,
protecting your integrity. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been in places where people talk shit about Rosie.
No, and, you know what? And you know what?
And be ready to fucking
same. You know, and not to you know, and I'm gonna give Rose Red a big shout out because she is not only one of the most successful female R&B singers that I know personally.
Right.
Have not only do I know her personally, I've had her in my studio and had the honor to work with her. When I say successful, she's done things that like salute. I don't have to sit here and name them. There's probably way more than what I can name. But that's
why she's a homie of the shit. That's why.
I knew it was coming.
Can we say something right now to Sarcastic?
I knew it was coming.
Sarcastic, I'm gonna need you to pump the brakes real quick. Can you go ahead and give them the honors?
Yeah. So you're in good company. You know, we got this thing where, you know, we don't got friends and, you know, all that shit. We got homies on the show. So, you know, you pretty much
number 4.
Yeah.
Four. Homie of the show.
Yeah.
You are a homie of the show.
We ain't got shit to give you right now.
Not right now.
But you know,
does that mean I get my own little like homie?
Yeah,
that's what you should make the little homies.
Listen,
I need my own homie.
Relax. 3D printing is pretty cheap right now. We gonna figure it out.
Wax,
but you
a wax homie. I need a sarcastic wax homie.
True. I'm gonna tell you this right now because this is something that we started. Rose Red is number 1. She's a homie of the show. She is the first homie of the show.
I like it. I want it to look like this, like a little.
Yeah, I got you. It might be a bobblehead.
Little music nut.
Okay. Okay. I'm trying to be serious.
That is what she said for sure.
So anyway, you are officially, go ahead and tell them.
Homie of the motherfucking show.
You are a homie of the motherfucking show. Can we get some motherfucking, can we get some your bigs? That is the motherfucking homie of the show.
If I had some Hennessy, I'd take a shot. But I got Bud Light seltzer.
Salute.
Got marinara sauce wine here.
Okay. That nigga drinking straight spaghetti.
Yo, that was you started off. She had me dying when she said in the beginning before you tuned me in. She was like, "He'd out here drinking alcohol and a sauce bottle." And I thought about it. I'm like a sauce, and I'm like, oh my god! I don't know why. You know, one thing I told my guy the other day, I was like, you know, I'm one of those guys that I'm very, very hard to impress, but I'm so easily amused. Like so, and I swear, but I feel like that's the fun and everything that we do, and what can make a person that's what makes people great. You know what I mean? Like the fact, like
I think that helps identify intelligence also.
Oh, 100%.
Like people who can dig up amusing shit out of just nothing. Like, you know, because most people you wander. Like people ain't talking about shit. You start looking at, what's going on over there?
Exactly. And it's like, oh, that's funny. You know, or not. Like these dumb motherfuckers. Like, let me go back to my normally scheduled program.
So what is sarcastic thinking? what is sarcastic thinking now? I'm gonna hand this over because
I get it.
And then on top of that, you know, these motherfuckers already know that watch the show. I got a sip.
Do you?
I mean, yeah.
I'm just asking.
I mean, you ain't asking him if he got a sip, and he keep coming up with different cans of different shit.
He is clearly in his own motherfucking lane right now. He done had 17 different cans of different random shit.
Okay,
no, it's only one. I had the first one. I had one, and there's a second one. I'm telling you, one of my buddies. He left. Like,
all right. Okay. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
We got to keep this show fucking moving.
But I'm saying lemonade is fucking delicious. Now you're going to add alcohol and shit? I mean, put it in the can? Like, come on, what the fuck? What else you need?
She knows what the fuck I'm talking about right now. And I'm over here drinking it. I'm drinking it on camera.
All I'm trying to do is use the restroom.
Oh, hey, do your thing. Do your thing.
You know what I'm saying?
If that's what we call it.
But the show must go on.
It must. It must.
Maybe I'll leave with a question right quick.
What's good, Itchy? I tuned off the chat because I noticed that it's the better, like when I close out of the chat, I could see the people hitting up the chat, but if I open up the chat, not to cut you off, if I open up the chat, it like freezes you guys. No, but I just checked it right now. So if I didn't see anybody who said what's up, like what's up, you guys? Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, I'm trying to shout them out as they come in. But
that sounded like a gay joke.
I tried to let it go.
I know.
I love her. Yeah. Hey, you cool? But the sound guy is my favorite, and she's my new favorite person.
Shout out to Sean for giving me my eye. Shout out to you. Next, that's the glory hole. Shout out. Anyways, get the fuck out of here.
He's like, that's not what this podcast is about.
Your Honor, I have 0 questions.
Wait a minute. I don't know what it is about a glory hole, but that shit is so fucking funny to me in just so many ways. Like,
to me too.
I don't understand both sides of that coin. Fuck me up. Like, first of all, you're sticking your dick in a random hole, and then you're putting your face near said random hole. Like, what the fuck is going on in both parties' lives? Like, cut it the fuck out, everybody.
But you know what? If you explain that to somebody who didn't know what you was talking about, they probably be like, I stick my dick in holes all the time. So you know what I'm saying? And so I'd be like, I'd have to know what the glory hole was. Not to say that I don't, but I'm saying like I'd probably be like, what the fuck is that? Because I don't just stick my dick in any holes. You know what I'm saying? But that is a funny topic. You know what I'm saying? Let's switch the glory hole topic. But we need to glorify these hoes in the name of Jesus. Because these hoes out here bogus. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like
we do.
They need some glorification. They need some glorification.
They need an anointing. Yes, all holes, absolutely.
In the whole name of Jesus. But, you know, and I hope I wasn't using that in vain or sounding wrong. I know I joke a lot, but I do love our Creator and hope for a better afterlife for all of us. You know what I'm saying? I wish for a better understanding in our life for all of us. As of the path in which we seek, you know what I'm saying? Like, not to sound weird or like this, like weary ass person, like, oh, he's trying to give me some fucking brain tickets.
That's real.
Like, yeah, trying like, you know, and I wish everybody their greatest success in the path in the happiness that they're trying to find. You know what I'm saying? Because I figure success is happiness. I have gotten this question before, where people have asked me, like, they're like, oh, you know, when are you gonna?
I gotta stop you. You gotta say this. You can't just say my name without saying her name.
You know what? And you answered what I was gonna. I was like, I feel so bad because I forgot your name, and I was like, damn, because I'm actually talking to you, and I didn't want to.
That's not Vino. That's the greatest illustrious co-host on the fucking planet.
But I have, and you have to give me my grade points for actually being honest and saying that I didn't remember. And I need to ask you personally, what is your name?
It's Nash Vino.
Wait, say it again.
Nash Vino.
The extraordinary.
So if y'all motherfuckers did not hear that shit, she need to say it one more time.
Nosh motherfucking Vino.
And that's who y'all need to follow because he is on the follow right now. Nosh Vino. And that's like vino in Spanish is wine.
Yep.
You know, vino, because vino can mean a lot of vine, vino is wine.
I don't know. I'm just
I thought you were about to say, give me more. I swear to God.
Yeah. Nosh means Nosh your motherfucking business, nigga.
Stupid. But since you was talking about
like Nasir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true. You was talking about it's retarded how I got that name, but what the fuck? Yeah, we was talking about faith and hope and whatever. I wonder if like that could be kind of sort of why people are like so. Like a lot of people are like in deep despair because like, you know, people kind of look at faith like, oh, I got to be a part of a church or some other shit like that. But really it's like, it's just like, you know, if you believe in a higher power, it kind of gives you peace. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's right here, you know, it's right here. It's
because on Unwrap, we talk about a lot of unholy shit.
Well, no, but I'm saying like
we ain't talking holy. And it is unholy. It's opening the eyes to the people that don't understand perspective. Maybe you know what I'm saying? Because if you're a good person, I'm gonna love you anyway. You know, but understanding that you believe in morals and something like, you know, when I say God bless you and I hope you have a better day, that means that I actually believe in a better day. You know what I'm saying? Like the creation of a better day. When we wake up, that is a blessing in itself. People say, man, you only live once. Nah, man, you only die once. We live every motherfucking day.
That's a good perspective. One of the questions that I had already formulated in my head because we had talked on the phone about your son and how important he is to you, and you know, and shout out to the good dad gang and all these motherfuckers out there that are really showing what it is to be a good parent,
you know, and I feel like being good at anything. I feel like being good or maybe being great at anything is accepting the fact that you are not that good.
Right.
You know, because I think a great teacher, to be honest with you, is the teacher that still likes to learn. You know, not a teacher that just likes to teach. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm real big on every day I need to learn something new. And the older I get, as days pass, I feel like when I waste my time not learning something new or trying to look at perspectives from people, like I try not to be non-biased because I'm a very fucking goofy ass person. Like with words, I say it's a gift and a curse because like when I was younger, when I was in high school, I used to think how I can make things mean something else. So if like you were like the brick in the back, and I'm like, you had that brick in the back, but the brick in the back could mean you got a kilo of drugs in your backyard. The brick in the back could have meant she got the pipe in her ass. The brick in the back could have meant he threw a brick at the back of my car. You get what I'm saying? So I was always looking, or we could sit here, or he hit my house with a fucking brick that, you know, where this was a brick.
You know what I'm saying? He went to jail with the shit in his ass.
So, and I used to take pride on.
It's just facts.
So, like, the only reason I said it became a curse was because I could never have regular conversations with people after that. Because
I can't even think straight now. Everything is breaking the back in my mind right now.
Yeah, no, because when people,
it all has something to do with somebody getting something shoved up their ass.
No, you see, and it's horrible because
I can't talk to you sometimes because then the mind starts going into different fucking stratospheres.
No, but switch the stratosphere, right? And we could make anything that you say into that. And that was the curse. If I said using molecular tones into your astronomical fucking internal spectrum, I could still make that putting something in your ass through the back. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and it was scientific. That's what became the curse because I couldn't speak to nobody without somehow understanding something else, and I wanted that in my writing. So anytime I was writing, I needed double perspective. So that was the curse. So it was like, damn, I should have never done this. I should have never tried to understand things in two different perspectives because this is like it's cursed me throughout my life. I can't even talk to children. When children,
when you said it cursed you, I would say different. I would say that
that's a blessing.
That's a blessing, because I remember 11, 12 years ago.
Thank you.
You were already streaming and doing this open bar. I forget what you called it. Bars open or something like that.
You're talking about On Blast?
On Blast. And I remember going to his show and I was lit. And you know, I'm pretty good at freestyling. I'm pretty fucking good. That night I was so drunk, I'm like, how fun is she on get it? And fuck it, yeah. Because you can run it and it get it and then run it and I fuck it. Nigga. What you say?
Hey.
It was so fucked up.
Hey, you just went platinum.
You made me
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Nowadays, that shit would probably rock.
You just went platinum.
But
for real.
You were such ahead of the curve at that particular time, and I remember thinking like, "What the fuck is he doing?" Because people were telling me at the time to do certain shit.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Nah, people are interested in that."
And you know what? To be honest with you, it was working in the studio, because I remember certain of my guys that I've known for like a really long time, that I like first started recording from just the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And would be like, man, you know, you're on that hip hop shit, you're on that underground hip hop shit, and I started seeing likable music and the stuff that they were doing that wasn't necessarily the shit that I liked. You know what I'm saying? So I like would badmouth a lot of certain music because I hadn't really heard all of it. I was judging it based on what I had heard, you know? So I couldn't take away from the guys who were like, how can I be mad at a 23-year-old right now for falling into or a 25-year-old right now to kind of following that pattern? Unless he's doing it in a creative way, you know what I'm saying? Like something that's different than everybody else. Because me spitting hip hop, I don't care how lyrical I get. I'm never gonna be as lyrical as Nas to some people. I'm never gonna be as lyrical as Eminem to some people. And in that perspective. So like, why not flip
that? One of the things that probably you never heard was amongst the crowd and the people, and you were the Latino Eminem in Chicago.
But you know what answer I would get that. I have an answer for that finally. Like I would get that a lot, and I finally have a good response for that. I'm like, no, I'm not, because I normally be like, thank you, because I like Eminem. You know, he's a dope artist and an inspiration as a just be yourself as person. You know what I'm saying? And it's all, it doesn't matter if all odds are against you, you are still doing what it is that you want. Like what you guys were saying earlier, do what it is that you like, and your happiness is your success, not like your wealth or your what people think making it means, you know, because I've made it in so many different ways, you know, like sometimes I sit and think about the accomplishment, you know,
in so many different fucking ways.
Like, and thank you guys. You know, like even this, for instance, like this is a great way of making it, because like I haven't been able to do a podcast or a sit down and actually talk to anybody with something that I can leave behind for the next generation or my son to be able to listen to later and actually be like, damn, like that was my conscious dad, not like my dad before he was a dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, and because I feel like my mind changed on a lot of things. I think to become great at anything, you have to take a step back and actually look at the whole picture, you know, because either you're going to be a part of the picture, you're going to either be like that, you're going to be the stick, you're either going to be the stick figure in the picture, or you're going to be the guy who sees the elephant knocking over the stick figure with trees and a beautiful sky and that illumination with angels and demons fighting each other. Like, holy shit. Or you're just gonna be the stick figure, you know what I'm saying? Like, or you're gonna see the entire thing. Like, if you continue to just like spin the wheel, you're just gonna be the stick figure trying to get to the fucking a version of the portrait that you're never gonna get to, because you're never gonna see the portrait. You're never gonna see, like right now, like you guys have I'm never gonna see the portrait. I'm just gonna continue to fucking mingle and look for where my I fit in, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's also good advice. Like I don't know if you guys got,
but to expound on that,
like a lot of times, like I know when you working with different artists will give you an aspect of trying to outshine each other, you know. And when you guys are good when you guys are good, I don't think it should be about that, because that doesn't create good music. I think you should just do what you do as best as you do it, and that's what's going to create it. Yeah. But let's do it together. Because like when it comes to working with artists, because I see a lot of dope artists work together and the song fails. And there's artists that'll be great and they'll make a great song with somebody who I don't necessarily think was the greatest collaboration with them, but that song was great, because they did the best that they do at what they do, and he did the best, and that's why they created something great. They didn't sit here and try to like, how am I going to outdo this person, or think with that mindset. They thought with the mindset of, how am I going to create something great with this other great person or great talent, like somebody who's also good at creating. We could either cut that barrier or we could murder each other on a song, and people are going to hear this for generations, a lineup of continuance of MCs working together, trying to outshine each other. Or you can create something that's better amongst each other that I think can do better in music. You know what I mean? Like that would be my advice to artists working with other artists, when it comes to trying to outshine each other.
That alludes to what I was just getting ready to say. And shout out to you, man. Can we get a something for that? Because shout out to you, because what you did right there is you gave some knowledge without even fucking understanding that you just gave knowledge to motherfuckers. And
Nash Vino, what is the sound guy's name now? I've been just humiliated. I'm like, I need to know. You need to text me names.
We don't know his name. His name is the fucking engineer. The engineer. He shows up whenever the fuck he wants.
Okay. So he be late and shit. That's my type of friend. That's how. The only reason the show started 2 minutes late is because they had a Puerto Rican guest, and we late for everything.
Slow down, because he's.
No, but I'm saying like,
man,
it was. Well, it was because you had me. I was the jinx. I was the jinx.
Ever since I started working with you,
wait a minute.
I'm like, no, it's not even bad. I'm like very fucking conscious of other people's time. I never used to like waste other people's time. Like, don't get me wrong. I wasn't like classically late, but like
you are turning out to be classically late.
But I'm just saying, see, it'd be kind of hectic though, getting out here on fucking Friday. I'm just keeping it real.
I appreciate people like you, because they've had to put me on my key square to be like that. That Puerto Rican shit doesn't work when you are trying to be a professional. You know what I'm saying? And like, people like you are very important. Like management is important. and like, no, but because you'll put those, because you know what, an entourage of bad people will create a bad solution in any situation. It doesn't matter what the fuck you got to bring to the table, because like I could sit here with a team of people who's going to try to make me better, or just try to shit on each other the whole time, and nobody's going to do anything better. You know what I mean? Like sitting and lying, and like you could be like, hey, sarcastic, that Puerto Rican joke ain't gonna work every time you late, because there's people that are here on time, and this, that, or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And so this will only work. This will only work for so long until somebody more professional comes along. And you can't be mad when those type of things happen. You know what I'm saying? Unless you take the craft that serious. And if you do, you find those little components and you change them, you better yourself. I feel like change is all about adjustment. And if you don't adjust yourself in the because that change just sounds so dramatic. Like it's like switch a chapter and so like tomorrow I'm gonna become this fucking guy who's an athlete and play ball and work out and fucking go running for a mile. Like, bro, you run up the block, you smoke and shit. Like, you haven't played basketball. You get what I'm saying? Like, be more realistic and like, okay, go for a jog or something. Like, and your adjustment is going to cause your change. And those are things that you go better in. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I was early for today's show. So my Puerto Rican joke didn't work. It was y'all's fault.
Yeah, we're the reason you're late, because
it's a trickle effect.
It is a trickle effect.
It's a trickle effect like a motherfucker.
I'm waiting. And again, this ain't about me. This ain't about me. This is about the whole show. The show must go on regardless, but I need that illustrious Nash Vino here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't the same without her.
Yeah.
And that is a fact.
That's true.
So, you know what I mean? So I rely on that energy. And which takes me back to another question.
Salute.
When you're having that energy moment with somebody, in your studio? Because a lot of people know you as the rapper. They don't know you as the producer and the engineer because you're really great at like a lot of fucking different things. We'll get into that too. But
you don't even know. Because I'm into chicks is what I'm saying. I'm into chicks.
Yeah. But damn, see, fucking up my Jesus Christ.
Should I put my bang down for the audience? I'll put my bang down for the audience. I'm different.
He does other shit. Like,
right.
You know, how are you with your professionalism?
And your professionalism work? Because I know as a barber, you're one of the best barbers in the fucking city.
I'm gonna tell that.
Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all a secret that I've probably never broadcasted to public. Like people who know me personally, probably if we've spoken about my past, I've told them this. But when I was a teenager, I worked at Starbucks, right? And that was probably one of the most professional. Like you have to greet people with, like, "Hello, how are you doing, man? Woo, how was your life?" And ask them like 1,000 questions. So I had the handbook so down. Like it was, I would get 100 if you gave me, like if one of those mystery shoppers came in, I was the one who was doing the extra, you know? And I probably worked at that job for a year or so when I was in high school or whatnot. I carried that with me with everything. And when I took it into barbering, I had to be professional. I had to be professional in that state because if I wanted to make money or become good, like my idea was never to become a barber. It was to become a rapper. At one point, It was to become an artist, and I thought I was gonna do that as a kid, you know. And reality came along and in the mix, you know. And I was like, you need to get a job, you know, and you need to make some money, and you need if you want any of these dreams to start to become anything in reality, you need to hustle, motherfucker, you know, in a lot of different aspects. Yeah. So I always felt like I had to either be a step ahead of whoever the fuck I was there with, or at least at the same level, of competition. Now, I'm not saying that like I was trying to be better than them or not, but I had to bring something to the table.
Come on, like stop the humility. It's good for a little while, but after a little while, it's like kind of like, man, stop saying that. Just understand. One of the things
that's just my conversation.
No, bro. One of the things about artists, and especially real true artists, is that a lot of times we hate to say we're better than somebody. But here's the thing: if you put in the work and you been that motherfucker, then say, man, speak your fucking truth.
If you that motherfucker, you that motherfucker.
Because all of this whole thing,
you know
being
what,
a creative person. Wait, no, real quick. Another one in a different color. Another one.
It's a fucking rainbow.
There was three. Okay,
look. We got the African flag, I think, almost.
Oh, the mother. Is it the African flag? Come on, bro. I don't know. Joe, is that Jamaican?
In the green.
I might have to switch some shit around here. Hold on.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
So I'm curious though, because I'm sorry, but that's a lot.
These are actually horrible.
How are you with relationships? Because you being a creative person and you're like a fucking can of Mountain Dew, like under like immense pressure. So how does that work?
It's funny that she said this because I keep telling her all the time. The more we interview artists, true artists, you will find the commonality.
Yeah, it's
a crazy sense of humor. You'll find that a motherfucker does more shit than just rap music. Period. They're drawing, they're singing, they're writing, they're doing all of this other shit because our brains don't fucking stop working.
To be honest with you, I can't be I can't, like, I don't know if you mean like relationships with like friend relationships or like actual.
Yeah. I mean,
it's important.
I like good people, man. You know, and so if you're a good I do. No. I'm gonna answer. Okay. I'm getting to it. Like I like good people. So like there's assholes in every perspective. Like I was telling you earlier, I remember that concept of like your idols could turn to your rivals or whatever. So sometimes you might not want to meet. So sometimes what your illusion is of someone could be completely different of what they are. The guy who thought that I should show up with an entourage, you know what I'm saying? Like that actually made me feel like somebody I wasn't, you know. And I was like, should I show up with an entourage? Maybe I should. These guys could have like beat me up or something, or tried to. I don't know. You know, it's
that's the cargo thing.
So it's if you're a good person and like you're somebody who's shown me you're good, and no matter what your background is, like I know gangbangers from the city cutting hair. I can't choose no side. I'll lose money cutting hair doing that. As a rapper, being a gangbanger in this city is the most horrible thing to do. You're gonna get murdered or you're choosing sides. I want to work with everybody, and if you a good dude and you know I'm a good dude, it doesn't matter what your background or your past is, that should show in essence or in energy. You know what I mean? So,
and I get that.
I've been able to.
I think what she's trying to say, because this is something that we talk about all the fucking time on the podcast about relationships and meaning the girl you're with has to understand certain things.
I think he's trying to say he gravitates toward like-minded people.
Yeah, like so when it comes to
everybody says the same shit.
I like people that work, you know, that hustle at what they do and are very passionate about what they do, you know. But at the same time, like relations with me and friendships, like I got love for people that are good people, you know, and
women in your life.
But right now, I have a child who is the time of my occupation.
But I'll tell you, understand, it takes a certain woman to deal with a creative soul because they want
to understand. I say this in some music of mine. I speak about it like, well, I think the rhyme is it's just hard to mix relationships with the music biz, or you like that's the punchline or whatever. Like, and it's true because unless you understand a creative mind and the way that our life can jump from one place to another, from one instant to another, and then pause for a year or two. You know, like she's just on the low end, but I'm laying back on whatever I was doing, or taking that step back from the portrait and trying to see it. You know, they'll never get it. You know, so I can respect.
Take a step back from the portrait and try to see it. That is a gem, man. That is a gem. Can we get a gunshot for that? Because that's a kill shot.
I'm an artist, man. Like, you know,
see the portrait. You got to. I got to the
point that the shit I was writing. It wasn't written. It was quotables. That's what I'm saying.
You've been talking.
So imagine when I speak.
This is just me and Najmino and the engineer, if we can ever fucking find his ass. But you have to understand something, bro. You said something very terrific. You have to stand back from the portrait in order to see yourself.
Yeah,
I don't think you understand how heavy that is, bro. And you know what? Shout out to that fucking saying. I'm gonna try to remember that motherfucker, because you have to stand back from the portrait in order to see yourself. Because oddly enough, I was talking to Najmino, the illustrious Najmino, by the way, about certain shits, and
I will not forget your name. Just to put it out there ever again. Like I'm gonna shout you out tomorrow. Like I'm gonna forget about Heat, not tag him in the first 3 posts. Trust me, just because of how bad I felt for the. But I genuinely ask, because most of the time I will not ask. I'll know people for years and be like, what was his name? Shout out to Mike One, who taught me how to figure that out. He's like,
Mike One.
Rest in peace, man. I love that dude. Actually, today makes the 6-year anniversary that we would have opened up for Twista. We opened up for Twista 6 years ago. Or I did. I said Mike One was the fucking big name on that card because that was just a good person, man. And anyway, aside that, he would. Mike one time came up to me, right, and was like, "Hey, I forgot. I don't know this dude's name, so ask him it." And I was like, "What the fuck?" But I figured out how to figure out people's names that I had known for a while, and I didn't know that. I was like, "Damn, I've damn near been through death experiences with this person. I don't even know their fucking name." Like, and I see them and they hug me. It's like, I'm like, fuck, I feel like an asshole asking, like, what's your name again? They're like, what? We almost died together.
And shout out to you, because at the same time you're doing shows, multiple shows, sometimes in one night, and you know what I mean? And then
I am amazing with faces. I am amazing with faces. Like I could have seen you 15. I saw a person one time and I didn't even want to tell them because I felt like a stalker and I knew that's where I knew them from. And it was from 3rd grade. And it was actually like 4 years ago. And I didn't remember at the moment, but it took me a while. And I was like, bro, Miss Matthews' class, we were 3rd grade. And I was like, do I just tell her? Or do I like try to dwell on it some more and not seem like a psychopath?
Like I know you were like, do I fuck her? Do I fuck her?
No.
Like,
no.
You had that moment in your life where it was like, yeah, because women were fucking crazy for you.
She was a lesbian.
Like that mattered to you.
Mm.
But she was like a lesbian who looked tougher than me.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
In 3rd grade.
Okay. I'm not even going to say it. I'm not.
So imagine now she. And I don't fight, but I've danced salsa enough to know that I gotta throw some punches. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga said salsa punches.
You know what I'm saying? Like I learned that life. Look at life is like this, bro. Life is either you're gonna either you're gonna learn how to roll with the punches, or you're gonna continue to get hit in life.
I'm already envisioning this shit. Like my dumbass mind is like
that shit crazy as hell.
Hold up. Now I'm Mig L. Mig L. Okay. Not Big L, Mig L. Miguel's my real name. For those who know me, El Sarcastico. I've had to say that on fucking plenty of social medias now. It's funny when people meet me and know me as Sarcastic and they see me in person and they're like, haha, I know your real name. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like it's not something you can look up on Google.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the human brain and its simplicity.
Right.
I'm telling you, I'm easily amused.
Yeah. This is why you are truly a friend of the show.
Oh,
a homie of the show.
Oh my God.
You are number 4. Number 4. And listen, it's gonna get tougher for you motherfuckers to be a homie of the show.
Well, damn.
Because we already got like 4. We ain't just giving it to anybody. We're not giving. I just gotta say this real quick. We're not just giving this shit to anybody. It's motherfuckers that put in the work. It's motherfuckers that are speaking their truth. It's motherfuckers that like, okay, maybe somebody never heard Sarcastic before, but they're hearing him right now, and they're like, God damn.
Y'all better remember, y'all gonna have a little Sarcastic homie that looks like this.
Yeah, no.
And ladies, don't be using it for what y'all think. It's not. It's a little nuts.
Like seriously,
you know.
Yeah,
enough for music.
Yeah. Relax,
little homie.
Listen,
I'm gonna get the copyrights on that later. We'll talk about it on rap.
Nah. We'll talk, but I don't know about later. But here's the thing, man. We started this fucking show because we love hip hop, and
amen.
And me personally, I love every aspect of it. Graffiti writing and the creativity and the fashion and everything. And so it's called Unwrap. For those who don't know, it's called Unwrap because we're trying to unwrap things. Peel back the layers of the onion, so to speak.
No, I get it. I wasn't trying to joke on the name, but it's funny how it's unwrap. You know, in Spanish, as a Latin artist, unwrap means a rap, like I'm in a rap. You know, so but unwrap. I'm telling you, the curse of the double meanings. The curse of the double meanings.
We're good. Trust me, we're good. But
you know, I was looking for my phone. I know I look lost. They're like, what the fuck is he doing? I'm like, I was looking for my phone. I couldn't find it. It was lost.
Just chimed in. I said chopped in. Chimed in. She said, "Hey, Rose Red, don't make me send you the link. God damn it! Don't make me send you the link." And you jump up in this bitch.
Hey, Rosie, you better tell them about your little homie. I'm getting a Rose Red homie and a Sarcastic homie right here in the lab.
So I love all Chicago artists, and there are certain motherfuckers that have stood out, and you're one of them. And you know, even when like during the pandemic, when we were trying to figure out you and I, because I was like, I want to start doing some shit, man. We got to figure this shit out, and then we could never actually figure it the fuck out.
Yeah.
But can I say
That's when
Sure.
I have a like that's a control. I have a pandemic baby. That's why that's honestly that's what stopped everything, you know. And when
Just Rose,
COVID.
listen, hold on. Rose Red, listen. Rose Red, should I send you the link? God damn it. Text me right now. Should I send
While
you
you
the
wait
link?
on that, Sarcastic, how old is your baby?
He will be 2 next month.
Can I ask you that?
November 17th.
Is this your only child?
My first. Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I got a pandemic
And this
baby
nigga was
too.
dripping and
And
everything.
this
He was like the Flash. Cause like I ain't even feel, you know what I'm saying? When he came out, I ain't feel him. You know what I'm saying? He was like Barry Allen. He was gone. I was like, did that just happen? You know what I'm saying? Cause I was like my record was 100 before that. Like I used to brag about my record being like no abort. Like, you know, I'm pro-choice and we're not gonna get into that conversation. But I didn't have to do any of that prior.
you never had.
I was my aim. Let's just say my aim to miss game was on point until my son. My aim to miss game was because I used to aim to miss. I wasn't aiming to hit like the target. I was aiming to hit the target and not the bullseye. You know, and that one that one hit the bullseye. But like I said, the greatest song art piece that I'm designing for the world right now. You know, he is what I think is gonna be the greatest thing
Applause that and let it just ride and let this man talk about his son.
Thank you. Well, as long as I'm here, he's stuck with this fucking immense creature who's filled with creative fucking mind desires. So it's like you're stuck learning a bunch of shit you're probably not gonna want to learn, or might become way better than your dad could have ever imagined. You know what I'm saying? We're still looking for his real dad, but
that takes me back to something
that was a joke. That was a joke.
Real shit. This is real shit.
We found him.
But the other part, nah, but whatever. But I love that you said that because one of the things that I've always told my son,
muscle comedian,
because at a very young, at a very young age, at
Clearly.
a very young age, he was in the studio with me, and he was just like, Dad, I just want to be like you. And I stopped everything immediately. And I said to him, I don't ever want you to be like me. I want you to aspire to be bigger and greater than I could have ever thought I was going to be. And I said this to him up until he reached about the age 18. You know what I'm saying? Because he still would say certain things. I'm like, no, you keep forgetting. I need you to be better than I could have ever been, dreamed of.
It's like I'm getting like, you know, and not because I man, your son, I love your son, you know, and I could sit here and we could do a whole podcast just about him, you know, to be honest, and just like about different like well, I'm gonna get into this though, what you're talking about, and it's crazy because like unless you have the blueprint, how do you know how to paint the perfect picture? You know, so
right.
the reason that I'm humble is because like I'm inspired by so much dopeness. Like that whole perspective that hip hop is dead and all this, it's like you're looking in the wrong places.
Yes, you are.
And you're choosing to pay attention to the bullshit and share the bullshit and cater your emotions to bullshit. And or if that's we could speak about many things, not just hip hop. But like when you have the blueprint to something, the point for us at having a blueprint to something is to be able to have somebody else create a better picture from it. You know what I'm saying? Like damn, he saw how I can do straight lines like this. He's gonna take those straight lines and create 3D. You know, he's gonna grab that 3D and put it on a fucking aura that's blasting off. That blasting off is coming from a small cloud from that portrait. You know what I'm saying? But his fucking blast off made the portrait. And that's what everybody is paying attention to because the blueprint was given there. And if there was no blueprint, then there'd be no blast off. You know what I'm saying? Like in many perspectives, because like the foundation, if you draw a foundation for something, you're going to create something better, you know, and whether it's a choice of you want it to be better or just, did it get cut off? I don't know where y'all went. Did y'all cut off? Are we still here? I don't know what happened. Are we still live? I don't want to like tune out, and then you guys like went blank. Do anybody? Does any? Oh, what's up, Rosie? Am I still live? It says I am. Did they get booted off the show and I'm the one hosting it? I do not know. I don't want to tune off and then it cuts me off, but I guess I'm tuning off because I don't know if y'all still here or what's going on. Should I? Yo.
Sorry about that.
Bro, I almost just tuned out. Like I swear, I was like, I don't know if now it's my show. Hold on.
No. I'm about to send Rose Red.
I have to.
A goddamn.
One of my buddies just got here. He's trapped on my
Rose
bird.
Red, if you're listening right now.
She just chimed in and said, "We here."
Okay, check this out, Rose Red. Listen, I'm about to chime you in.
You can just go over them.
And so, give me 1 second. So we might have a blackout moment. You know what I'm saying? So let me copy this link. Rose Red, I hope is you ready? First of all, is you ready? Let me even be clear. If she says she ready, because right now, like we doing good.
I have
besides my slight fuck up.
I have some company. I think my birds have my somebody who I told to just come in trapped at the door. I hear them like, oh hell no.
Do I know these motherfuckers?
Can you maximize the window?
No, it's one of my buddies. You might know him. I don't know if you do, but he's doing his thing too, man. He said, oh hell no. I hear oh hell no.
He ain't trying to get involved.
Yeah, them birds are crazy. Like anybody who doesn't fuck with wild tropical things like that would, hey man, stop playing. You've been with bigger and worse.
But we're not right.
We're not gonna discuss that though. But my boy, actually I'm gonna give him a shout out. He's here. I don't know if he wants me to, but I'm going to anyway because he's actually another good inspiration. My boy Andre Bayos, you know, he's doing a lot of the acting thing, and he's been in a lot of Chicago shows. I actually think People Magazine. He's like one of the producers, or what is it? I know you listening. He in the back probably dancing like that as me.
Put that nigga in front of the camera so people can know.
He's trying to get untrapped. He's trying to get untrapped by my birds. I actually have to cut his hair after the podcast, so I'm always working.
Right. No, listen, Rose Red. If you can, let me send you this link so you can pop in right quick. No, because she hasn't said shit. And now we got 1 second with him, and I gotta pee.
She might be doing some.
We gotta start editing these things.
We're live. How the fuck we gonna edit it? I ain't that good.
Come on, man. You know this. I can tell you this. Sarcastic is a
cocaine personified.
Yeah, like you would think, but he don't do drugs. You know what I'm saying? He smoke weed, but that nigga,
no, that's the organic energy right there.
Is just the energy is just crazy.
Yes, that is sugar cane off a motherfucking tree right there.
And that's what a creative motherfucker does. Like, some of us do it differently, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because my brain goes crazy. I got you, bro. Hold on. My brain goes crazy all the motherfucking time. But I manage, because if I do and say what's on my mind,
you gotta compartmentalize that shit.
Shit. People will be like,
what the fuck's wrong with this guy?
What the fuck is his problem? And which leads me to a question to Sarcastic whenever he gets back on here. It's like, how do you manage that? Because I know how I manage it. You know what I'm saying? And you yourself, you're a creative person. I fucking literally like looked at like some of your little doodles and shit, and I was like, wow, okay. Something she never told me.
Who?
First of all,
I don't know who the fuck. I was just doing the outline.
I thought that was you. That was my son.
Hell no. I just over here coloring this shit in.
Whatever. That's a creative process as well.
Yeah. I draw cubes.
Yeah, I'm here.
I draw cubes like a psychopath.
Who said? Okay, Rose Red, listen. I'm about to send you this motherfucking link. Sarcastic is out of the building for a second.
Sarcastic is over there cutting hair.
I mean, can you send it to her?
Who? Me?
Rosie.
What the fuck? Just
No, I'm about to, but I gotta.
Would it be the same one?
Listen, this is our new shit, so I'm just gonna go copy link.
Oh no, you know
and
what? Go forward the one that we sent to him to her.
No, I already got it.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Because unlike the other,
my motherfucking lane.
You can't see us right now, but you can see us. But
you can imagine what we look like.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me.
I rolled Dolo from state to state,
but I can't type that in. Hold on.
God damn it.
No. Just go to her motherfucking.
You can create a song from scratch. I got it. Struggling like a motherfucker with these links.
I know. I make a beat like it ain't shit, and then
these goddamn links shut your life down.
And then just like email a motherfucker out, and all of a sudden
they start
like,
crying and shit.
Fuck, right? I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh shit!
And listen, everybody that's even bothering to listen in, and then
unwrap the complexity. Goddamn it! Okay,
just shit to it.
You get a motherfucking podcast. You see how it feel to send motherfuckers links. God damn it!
Look.
You don't even know.
Not even fucking let. Oh, there we go. Let me go to because I know I have her.
So I'm not trying to distract you, but I just have to tell you this. I had a conversation with my brother yesterday for 1 hour and about 12 minutes, and it was all talking in movies. And I thought about your ass during the whole motherfucking conversation.
That's bananas, right?
And I was like, what the fuck? Like, we just did, like, nothing was like actual words, like it was all just movie shit. And it made sense.
Yeah, when you're talking in that, I don't know anything about that shit.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, you gotta do it.
Listen, I need you to text me your fucking email address. For some reason, it's not pulling up. But text me your email address. You know what I'm saying? We already got you, baby.
Rose Red transcend email.
Sarcastic is back. And guess who's in the goddamn building right now, bro? Rose Red. We try to get her in on the fucking show. Yeah, nigga. I promise you. Listen, this shit crazy, son. I'm gonna tell you this shit crazy. My nigga, we need gunshots.
Pizza.
Tires screeching, fucking horns. We need everything because this is the show that y'all need to fucking listen to. This is the shit that'll help you get to work when you don't want to get to work. And if you live in Chicago, especially, we gonna give you the greatest shit you ever fucking wanted to hear.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So fuck the games. Like and subscribe. Sorry, I gotta say this shit. But like and subscribe. YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
/ rap.
Hit him with the / goddamn it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to.
TikTok is.
I'm gonna try to put the podcast on my main screen so my boy can also hear you because I have y'all on headphones.
Okay. Yeah. Run it.
I'm gonna because he said he's down to talk, but I said I'm gonna put him on blast right now. I had to let him in. I had to let him into a different door because he's very talented. No, he's very talented at a lot of things when it comes to acting and doing shows and being very popular on social media. But he's scared of fucking tropical birds. It's one thing that I do know about him that I could fucking blast him for because I had to let him in through a whole different part of the house.
I'm gonna leave my space right quick. I gotta because Rosie wants.
I'm gonna. That's their little. No, come on. They're gonna go over there.
When a homie of the show says they want in, guess what?
What?
They gotta be in. This is what makes you special.
You get the privilege.
You get the privilege of like getting in the show.
Okay.
So that's her email address, and I will show you. Hold on, in a minute, I'm gonna show her like just copy the email address. Oh no, copy it to your phone.
Oh god damn it.
So
figure it out. Rosie, chill. We got you. Because I know you got stories on fucking Sarcastic's fucking crazy ass.
And Rosie's actually known me before music. Like she knew me from the barbershop. Like I've known Rosie since I was a minor, which wasn't that long ago.
Right, because you're like 20 something years old. We get it.
Later, what happened? You know what's okay? So I'm gonna tell you this. Like I feel younger by the day. I feel younger by the day. It's the years that be fucking me up. Like when the year comes around and it's another number, I'm like, oh hell no, I don't feel that age. It's the years, but by day there's more days than years. So I'm winning.
But you need the link. Oh, you already have the link.
So if I click on the link from another
God damn it, go back to the fucking rose red shit.
Okay, so listen. So here's the thing.
Because I want to hear them, but I don't want the microphone thing to cut off.
And for those of you who think we're idiots,
we're not idiots.
The link in the podcast does not work.
How about this?
Okay,
we can switch. No. You don't go nowhere, bro. It's mad bananas. So I'm gonna copy her email address and send it to you.
Just text it to me.
Yeah. I got you. Hey, Rosie, chill.
That's what my dumb ass was
I see you already writing over here like on my phone. You're about to say something, but chill. We got it. And we need that. We need that rose red, that sarcastic, you know what I'm saying? Because all that shit ties into things. All that shit ties into who these people are and why they're important. Now, if you want to, or did I text you her email? I did text you her email. Did I?
I didn't get it yet.
Oh, I texted to myself.
God damn.
I'm hilarious. Like, get the fuck out of here, George. Okay. All right, so here we go. Now I'm gonna text this shit, copy email, and I'm gonna text this shit to my illustrious co-host.
I'm gonna try to make it happen.
And then she gonna from there. We're gonna get Rosie on the show, goddammit. That's all there is to it. That's her Gmail. Now,
got it.
Now, Sarcastic, play us some of your newest music right now that you've been working on.
Okay, now go to the
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Add a guest, and that's what you need to send them. And I'm gonna go take a pee, and we're gonna take a fucking quick commercial break. But listen, we don't have no commercials. How about shout out to fucking Unwrap?
Yes. And
/rap on YouTube.
Right. And I cannot type and talk at the same time, really, when I can't fucking see. So guess what?
No, we're gonna get it together. And also to shout out to Unwrap on Facebook.
Word.
Shout out to anybody that has ever fucked with us. And if you do, please go to the YouTube page because we are going to be maneuvering and pivoting to YouTube. You should have told Arab to come through. But if your man's is there, but he's scared to show his face, is he wanted? Is he a wanted man? I don't know. We can't hear you right now, so I'm gonna take this quick break.
I got warrants
because I've got to go pee. So what? Hey, stay still, son. We in here with your.
Okay, Rose.
Listen.
Why? Yeah. What the fuck happened? Why can't we hear you?
Because I got the shit. You got to be able to type that shit.
Oh, I sent it.
Oh. All right. Because ain't no telling what this nigga doing. Okay. Everything should be.
He probably freestyling with the birds and shit.
Playing right now.
We missing out.
Everything should be playing right now. Unless our engineer is doing some shit and sabotaging our show.
Nah, the engineer would never do that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you told me not to take up for the engineer anymore.
Yeah, because there's some shit going on between you guys, and I don't know what it is.
Allegedly.
Hold on. Let me hide. Let me show what's going on here. Let's get to the microphones.
It's just dick and balls with teeth.
I'm not even gonna.
I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Hold on, cuz. Oh, our video's turned off.
Well, who the fuck did that?
IDK. But there we go. And where's our mic? And where's it? Where's Sarcastic at? Where? Okay, so now we're having technical difficulties.
Well, shit. You know what? Once we pass the hour and a half, it's all good.
And Rosie just showed up. Hold the fucking phone. If we don't pull this shit together right now, oh my God.
We can't.
It's about to be fucking ridiculous.
The engineer,
engineer, what the fuck is going on?
What the fuck is happening?
I have no.
It's a Friday.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, there we go. But we can't hear Sarcastic.
Sarcastic, what did you do?
What did you do, my nigga? Turn your mic on. You see who we got over here, right? Rosie, you see who we got over here?
Of course. That's what I'm doing.
There he is. Now we got him.
Hey. Got this
Oh, we
drink
can't
in my
hear him.
cup.
Jesus Christ.
What is fucking happening?
You're low as fuck, bro. You're low as fuck. I don't.
You know, it's echoing.
Yeah, now it's echoing too. On top of that. Yo. Let me see if I can figure it out on my end because this is amazing right here. We actually have Rose Red and Sarcastic in the motherfucking building. Nurse Milo, do you know what this fucking means?
The universe just exploded.
Yeah, like I already get it. Like I don't understand. Like Sarcastic, you got to figure it out. Rosie, you there?
I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, this is all
right.
you, son. And you late. I got a piss. Please talk to them. Figure it out. Yo, this is epic.
Oh shit! Go to the fucking bathroom. Why do I hide?
We got the number one homie on the show with the number four homie on the show because Rose Red was the first homie of the show.
She was, and if you piss on the show, it's just a precedent that we're not trying to set.
It. We got 4 motherfucking homies of the show. Come on, man.
Lord have mercy.
Let's talk about it.
So Rose, what's
Sarcastic.
right? What happened? We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Maybe because he plugged into the interface on his home system.
He went to move because he's got somebody over there so that they can hear like on the big screen. And ever since then,
See, we know a little bit over here. You know what I'm saying about technological shit.
what the fuck? He said he can hear us, but we can't hear him. I don't know. That's what happened when you be pushing buttons and shit. After when we disconnected, when he came back, the engineer, could we hear him then?
No.
So it's been ever since then. Shit, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck we did.
Probably on our end.
Yeah, we probably fucked something up. Our bad. We sorry. Guess that means we need another part 2. So while we try to figure this shit out, what's going on with you, Rose Red? What's going on with you, Rose Red?
I'm good. I just logged in because I saw Sarcastic was on and I was home and y'all was still on the show. So I was like, shit, let me see what they talking about. I'm really glad that you even invited me. Good to see
Of course. First of all, you're wait. Let's be very clear. You are the first
homie of the show.
Homie of the show. So anytime you want to fucking pop in, shit, you already know.
I got my cup filled.
And we don't even know why Sarcastic can't be heard. Nigga, turn up your fucking mic. Let me see if I can turn it up from here.
Because he says he can hear us.
I know he can hear us, but we can't hear him.
I'm going to mute myself.
I mean, we can barely hear you. We can barely hear you, bro. We got Rose Red in the building.
Man.
We got Sarcastic in the building. Do you know how crazy this is for Chicagoans, especially for Latinos?
Especially since the first show, we talked a lot about Sarcastic.
Mm-hmm. Nigga, we can't hear you.
Is he muted?
Nah, he ain't muted. maybe he's nigga go back to wherever the fuck you was at.
So something like when
apparently he can hear us.
When we accidentally disconnected,
can hear us.
Try disconnecting it, like exiting out the whole thing again and coming back.
Yeah. Come back in. Use that same code and come back in. X out of it and come back in. And
if he does that, if it still don't work, then I think we need to try that.
We're gonna holler at fucking Rosie real quick. So how's it been after the show? Because let me tell you something. Our numbers on YouTube, which are shitty as fuck. You know, we trying to make this shit happen.
We out here in these streets. We try.
We out in these streets.
You guys know that you're still in a big echo and everything, right? It might be.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you have to like.
No, that's us. That's not her.
Yeah.
Because there's a delay.
And no, it's not us. I promise you. Like I can tell you right now. Look, boom. See that? Echo cancellation. Hold on. Yeah, it's on.
I mean, but we can still
echoing still. We're just late.
Now we got delay.
Come on, man.
So remember when we accidentally disconnected?
Come on, we don't need to be doing this shit right now. We just got to deal with it.
No, we don't. Don't listen to this shit with no motherfucking echo. I want to hear that shit.
Fuck you mean?
We say some shit and then 45 seconds later she hear what the fuck we saying. We don't know what the fuck.
Anyways, Rose.
So, okay. That's what you want to do? Okay, you're gonna be the first motherfucker to get set on fire on this motherfucker on the podcast. That's what's gonna happen.
Right, so be it. Rosie. Listen, I still get compliments on the first podcast that we did with you and the part 2. It has been amazing how people, respond to you. You know what I mean? Have you gotten any kind of feedback from that shit?
I did. I got responses saying that I did a great interview. And I'm pretty good. So.
There he is. Listen.
Yeah, we got him back.
Let him finish, nigga.
I got him back. Hey.
Let him finish. Let her finish, though, nigga.
I'm listening the whole time. I have not left. I've just left the technicalities. I've been paying attention. I'm like,
we can hear you now.
I know. I fixed it.
Hey,
I exit out and came back in, but what I'm saying, I've been able to hear you guys the whole time. So I'm like, oh shit, they can hear me now, and I pop back on. I'm eating a fucking slice of pizza.
There's no like motherfuckers say that Heat Detector is over talking ass motherfucker.
Hey, how you over talking when you started talking?
No, I'm saying Sarcastic will over talk.
But he the motherfucker who we interviewing, so he's supposed to talk.
No, I mean, goddamn, but when I got questions.
First of all, I don't talk that much.
And I got hella stories.
Hell yeah.
Going to stories.
Talking is easy. Talking is real easy.
See?
Everything else is hard. The talking part is easy. They say I talk a lot, making fun of me.
We're getting ready to go into 2-hour territory, and
I'm about to get it on here.
No, listen, that's our first homie of the show that went over the goddamn limit.
Yeah. I don't remember how long that
she reigns supreme, nigga. Okay? Now, here's the thing. This is what I want to ask. How does Rose Red meet Sarcastic, and what is that like?
I think I was a young barber when I met Rose Red. I was a barber. I think I was a boy. I haven't stopped being a barber, but I was like really, really young.
Sounds like some.
Hey, by the way, God bless your daughter, man. How is she? She's good.
She's 13 now.
Oh my God, that's a young lady. God bless her, man. God bless her. Okay, let's just say that I knew Rosie before the daughter, before the 13.
Sounds salacious.
And it was before music. I knew she was an artist before I think she knew I was an artist. Maybe. Okay. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Y'all just want to reveal my age, huh? That's
no. It's not. That's been happening the whole night. First of all, I've been able to save us. I want you to hear. I want to play this. If I unplug it,
Rosebuds 22. What are you motherfuckers talking about? She's 22.
Right.
I've been 22. I've been 22 for the last 14 years. Okay.
How does Rose Red meet a Sarcastic, and what is that like? Because it's hard to keep this man's attention. It's hard to really have a conversation. It's hard.
Thanks.
I've known. No, listen. I've known people that.
I'm kidding.
But I get it. I understand. The brain
ADHD is a motherfucker, man. First of all.
That ain't ADHD. Listen, let me tell you, you're not the only one. As artists, our brains are always working. So even as we're talking right now, Rose is quiet, but her shit is going 150.
Put it on.
I can kind of hear him.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get in on.
So it is what it is. So how does that interaction start? Rose Red meets.
I want my boy to hear y'all, so I gotta like.
Who's acting like he is on methamphetamines?
No, I'm trying. Oh, I thought you meant right now. I'm like, I have never taken methamphetamine. First of all, never plan to. I'm like, that is my normal, and if that's what methamphetamines look like, fuck, I'm a hell of an actor. Man, fuck you too, because that's just normal me. Trying to get my boy. I'm trying to get my boy Andre right here to hear. So I have to unplug. I'm like, look what we saying. So he's like, I was trying to put it on I didn't mean to cut you off, Rosie, but I'm like, first of all, I'm not on any heavy drugs other than marijuana. Sometimes it'd be heavy duty. Right. And don't hate my bang, it's doing it for me.
No, it's not. It's like the Homer Simpson shit.
I'm not trying to accommodate your visual liking, so it doesn't matter.
You know what?
He made it curl to the fucking right.
He curled that shit when he tried to fix the sound. That's what happened.
Curl to the right.
No, it curls. First of all, I'm a barber, not a hairdresser. Said that when I took the break, I went to go curls. My fucking
to the fucking show. This is niggas like this.
First of all,
take over the fucking show. Rosie, help me out. Come on now.
It got pulled. I wasn't gonna fix my hair once we went live. Look at y'all. Want me to do this? I got long hair. It's Johnny Depp. Look at this.
He just wants to show off the length of his hair.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Homie in the background said you just wanted to fucking show off. Nigga, stop.
I didn't want to show the man bun because Eminem made fun of Machine Gun Kelly. He's like, how you gonna name yourself after a damn gun when you got a man bun? And then I went and got a man bun, and I love Eminem. So people be like, you got a man bun? So
valid question.
Be trying to roast me. I love Eminem. I like Skittles though too.
It loses me back to the question. Let me ask Rose this: have you ever heard of the fact that Sarcastic at one point in time was looked at as the Latino Eminem? Have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
I told you, nigga.
But you know what? Okay, now that she's on it, I could finish answering your question. There is no Latino Eminem because Eminem doesn't speak Spanish. Right. That's just me in my greatest form. So the compliment is amazing, but rivals me. I want Eminem to always be one of my idols. You know, I don't want to meet that guy and him be like, you're trying to be me. I want him to look at me and be like, holy shit, I can work with you. But if it ever happens, I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying? Like in that perspective, because it's like if people say Latino Eminem, I'm like, that doesn't exist. That means I'm the one of a kind, you know, unless there's 10 Latino Eminems out there in Puerto Rico. You could probably buy M&Ms. They're called M&M. M-A-M. So those, probably in Mexico too and Peru. But this is a whole different story we're talking about. But so that it is a dope compliment, but sometimes it does make me want to differentiate. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to you want to create your separation of uniqueness. You know what I'm saying? So I love the fact that I'm getting compared to an artist of that caliber, but at the same time, like, how do I separate myself from that? Like, how do I give myself uniqueness until when they hear me, they're not thinking, oh, Eminem in Spanish version. You know, they're like, that's Sarcastic. He's fucking nuts.
I can attest to like a lot of this shit as an artist.
But it is a dope compliment.
Yeah, 100%. No one's ever fucking said I sound like somebody or I'm like whatever.
Oh, thanks. Not even. Who else do I sound like then? I'm just talking shit.
I'm just saying,
I'm just talking shit.
That is like the biggest compliment, and I get
some more alcohol.
Sometimes my voice say you sound like Drake.
It was actually the only one I had. My boys came.
Premiere.
I actually gave you pizza.
Because these are the motherfuckers that I looked up to and everything, and that's how I make music. But I do it my fucking way. And so for both of you motherfuckers, I'm gonna ask this question. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys know each other and you guys have. I know you guys have. Don't say you haven't, because I know you have.
What?
Isn't there a particular song where Rose is singing the hook? It was probably like almost like 15, 16 years ago, where you guys are like walking like near a fence or some shit. There's a video.
No, that's not. No, that wasn't Rose. That wasn't Rose. No, you're talking about Desiree. Yeah, that Desiree though. Me and Rose have music together that I actually.
But I don't do videos.
Yeah, we haven't done no videos. We actually there's a particular song that me and Rosie had did a while ago, and I actually planned on using it for a long time. I'm not. Who knows? I might still, depending on what happens in the near future. But I planned on using it. I planned on using it for like my upcoming project because it's something real dope and relationship relatable.
I love you, but somebody just in the comments just said some of the most ridiculous shit I ever fucking heard. That Sarcastic sounds like a male version of Rosie Perez. What in the
hell nah. Hey, that is legendary.
Yo.
Hey, you know what? I got an Isuzu Trooper. I got an Isuzu Trooper. First of all. Hey, I seen her. I think I seen Rosie on Jay Leno one time, and he was like, "Hey, we're done with the show. And by the way, what's that new car you got?" And she's like, "Not Rosie Perez." And she's like, "I was on Jay Leno." I was like, "You might."
Shadow Master.
I know that. I love Shadow, man. I seen that too. What I know, I see you talking shit now. I opened the chat as soon as they said it. Simeon. Shout out to Shadow is the host of Subterranean every motherfucking Tuesday night. I remember not even being old enough to get to Sub T, wanting to go to Sub T for Tuesday nights, and Shadow was the first Sub T host that I ever met, and is still the motherfucking man. Yeah, still the fucking man. And he's also a Leo. To throw that in there, he's also a Leo. We got a couple Leos in here.
Hey.
Thank you. I knew I felt like I was in a lion's den. It felt natural.
You see what I'm saying? Didn't I tell you it was going to be like this?
It's fine.
It's beautiful. Shout out.
They're saying we talk a lot.
Christ, again. Is that how I am?
Yes.
Oh,
you're Puerto Rican too. It's like a disease in our genome.
Hey! Shout out! Fuck! Shout out to Shadow Master.
Yes.
The main man of fucking. If there's no Shadow Master,
and Annihilation. Annihilation is another. I don't want to leave her out. Subterranean. You over there talking. My bad.
I'm trying to shout out Shadow Master real quick, and Sub T's, and the open mics and everything, because without him, I don't even know what fucking underground hip hop is and would be in Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
You should have shouted him out with the trailer voice.
Shout out to Shadow Master. Listen.
I got a Shadow Master trivia question. Like, how long has Shadow Master been growing his dreads for? Trivia. A bunch of fucking numbers come up, and only the people who have known him probably like that. I knew him when he had a fucking small throat.
It's about to be a 3 hour long if we invite Shadow Master on it.
Listen, Shadow Master's
I gotta step out and use the restroom for at least a 2 minute.
That link to one more fucking person. The whole damn pot is gonna explode.
Shadow Master, listen.
We ain't gonna hear nobody.
Hey, listen, we got you. This nigga said 130.
I will be right back.
Listen. Oh my God. This is why our homies in the show.
I'm sure
here we go.
Like
hello.
Real,
how are you?
Good.
Have put so many
I'm fine. I'm fucking great. So tell the people who you are, sir.
What's going on, everybody? My name's Andre Bellos. Thank you guys for sharing the platform spontaneously. Miguel is very talented at so many different things, and one of his talents is doing hair. So I came over to get my hair cut, and he's in the middle of a podcast because he, on top of being a barber, he's also an online personality. So I'm just grateful to have been hit by the lucky stick just by trying to get a haircut. So thank you again.
Hold on. I don't even know what the fuck that means. The lucky stick.
Are you an influencer of some sort?
Yeah, I influence some stuff here and there. I just did like a shoe collaboration last month. Here comes Miguel. He's coming back. He said for me to talk.
I'm like, you're such a natural and shit. I'm like, you just jump in there.
He said I'm so natural, so to let me keep talking.
Okay.
I said, keep talking. I'm just saying, like, and then right away, let it come back in here.
They were like, he didn't say that. You just making it up. I'm like, he did say that.
Yeah, I said it. Well,
I'm trying to get him on the laptop. So that way
he's trying to get it on the laptop because his iPad is at 7%.
all right, run it. So what is your, you know, obviously you know this man for a minute, and he cuts great hair. Let's be very clear. He is amazing.
How long has he been cutting your hair?
Couple years now. I would say maybe 2 going on 3.
Let me ask you this: do you know Rose Red?
Is that a rapper?
Rose Red, you right there. Why is Rose Red fucking muted? Hold on.
Sarcastic.
Hold the fuck on. Rose Red.
I wish I was a rapper. The way I lyrics.
Oh wait, did I confuse it with Rolls Royce or Rolls 559?
Royce the 559.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, I'm
Sorry.
Rosie.
Okay.
But as a singer, I wish I was a rapper.
Non-rap artist that like listen, Rosie, I'm trying to give you your fucking flowers. And she's a fucking savage. And then on top of that, I'm not trying to put anything on you, but I'm assuming there's some LBG WXYZ type shit up in here, and I need to be careful because my mouth is just fucking I'm savage with it sometimes.
Can we hear you sing?
Who, me?
Not you. You ain't no. Are you a singer?
Oh yeah, I can sing.
No, don't you do it.
Since
Don't you
that
fucking do
day,
it.
so we talking about Royce the 5'9".
We're not gonna let Rose Red take over this shit. But if you really want to hear them sing, listen, Rosie, go ahead. Give them what they want because you're working on something right now, and it's gonna be the craziest shit. On my mama.
I got y'all on
You want to get back in?
It don't matter. I mean, I can hear them now.
No, go ahead, Rosie.
Oh, right.
He don't believe Fat Man is crazy. He don't believe the shit. The hype is not as great as it like it should be. He don't believe it.
What's that, engineer? We can't hear Rose? Oh, here comes the fucking echo again.
And then we got Echo. Rosie.
I think Miguel should cut my hair on this podcast.
It's double. Yeah.
I can, to be honest. But
I think you should.
I'm doing that. He's like, I'm trying to get out of here. You came here to get a haircut.
No. You're like, I can do that, but I just didn't plan.
I didn't come here to do this.
He's like, I'm
the shit.
He's like, I'm the shit, but I just don't want to show that. I ain't got no shows.
Ask him what time he was supposed to be here.
You wanted to hear her sing? Go ahead, Rosie.
And it's almost 11. I want to hear her sing.
Me too.
All right, you guys gotta mute yourselves because it's
Sarcastic is in two windows.
Yeah, mute all that
that's
shit.
why it's the feedback. But since we mentioned Rolls Royce and all of that, then I'll just do Wishing on a Star real quick. Just
Oh shit.
Go ahead, baby girl.
To follow where you are.
God damn it.
I'm wishing on a tree to follow what it needs.
Don't question her.
On all the rainbows that I see, and I wish I know all the people who live a tree.
Stop it.
I'm gonna stop.
Listen, let's be very clear.
Just a little bit.
No.
And I'm
No.
That's
drinking.
impromptu in the bed.
I'm drinking. I'm in the bed.
Listen.
It's a Friday night. It's my day off. You know what I'm
Hey
saying?
man, shout out to Rosie. But
My
listen, anybody
orgasm.
picturing that lady
Yo, man, I'm really
skin,
grateful. Shadow Master has supported me for so many years. Recently,
Man.
we got up and we was talking about having an R&B showcase. Yo, I'm really looking
man,
forward to it.
orgasm.
That's
Orgasm.
awesome.
You know that Shadow Master.
Man, and I'm glad to even be on the show again with y'all. Sarcastic has been my
You the
friend.
number one
but also
motherfucking
a
homie.
colleague.
You the number one motherfucking homie. Stop playing. Stop playing, man. We are not playing with none of this shit. No
We
more,
don't hear
no
you.
nothing.
Sarcastic.
And I'm really trying to
making out.
I am not lying to you on everything I love. You had the parrots right now, like, and they only do that when I whistle. Like their eyes turn on nocturnal and shit, and they start. I'm like, y'all like that? Okay. She knows what she's doing.
Hey man, listen. Hey man, shout out to Rose
That was
Red,
beautiful.
just taking the time to fucking come in Sarcastic's fucking.
Y'all can even with on a Friday night.
No. I'm sorry, Rosie. Yeah,
I know I got shit I'm supposed to be doing. I'm over here.
Rosie is the number one.
I'm just talking shit.
What is she the number one at?
Number one homie of the show.
Number one homie in the show. She
Original.
can jump in the street anytime she wants. You know what I'm saying? If you a homie in the show, we gonna make sure you be able to hop in this shit. But Rosie can get in anytime she wants. It's facts. Okay, somebody got this shit going.
That's awful.
Way too much, and it's fucking up the you dig.
Okay, I'm gonna close out of this. I was trying to watch it on another screen, but it's hard.
So was you.
Oh, of course. You know what I noticed about responsibility is that you have to be accountable for the things that you do in life, and that's the only way that you're gonna progress. And I spent a lot of my time pointing my fingers in life at the reasons why I didn't or why I did, and none of that shit had to do with any of those people or any of those situations. It always had to do with me. So why not take accountability? I don't learn unless I take accountability. But yeah, that was fucking me. All right. First of all, that was me.
I'm fighting myself.
I'm sorry.
I'm fighting myself right now because Sarcastic is such a ball of energy.
Mm-hmm.
That you can't stop that ball of energy. But we have to stop it because we have to make a show.
Oh, yeah. You know, I was a podcast before podcasting.
Christ. Okay. So here's the thing. And this question is a question and a statement.
Okay.
Because I come into Chicago, I don't know anybody. I have one piece of equipment. I work and I hustle hard, and I end up meeting all these amazing motherfuckers. Right? When did Sarcastic meet Rose Red, or was it Rose Red meeting Sarcastic? And how did that happen? And
I could talk about that, but I don't want to speak about personal. I don't want to get. You know what I'm saying?
Because here's the thing, Rosie, thank you for jumping in for number one. I don't even know if anybody even told you that. But number two, when I brought up your name in the very beginning of the podcast, he was like, my sister. And then crossed his arms, said, my sister. Nobody could fuck with Rose Red. And we had this conversation on the podcast with Rose Red. And there's a thing with certain motherfuckers, and I'm putting Sarcastic in that same shit because when somebody says, "Ooh, Sarcastic ain't shit," and it's in ear sight of thug ass niggas, they turn around and they look and say, "What the fuck did you say about him?" Just like they say, "What the fuck you say about her?" How did you guys meet, and how did that grow into a relationship where everybody says,
okay, you keep.
Well, first of all, Simon, I'm assuming that's Shadow Master.
Yeah.
He says,
I'll bring this up. 'Cause I don't even think Rosie knows this.
To him, there's pockets of shit. And I used to walk around with my drink with these motherfuckers performing and hear people say shit. And as they say it, there might be another motherfucker walking behind me and they hear Rose Red or they hear Sarcastic and they
signed into that
thug ass motherfucker here. And they say,
about to die.
Yeah.
don't say that shit about that nigga.
Or you could just
Fix your mouth.
I'm glad some people actually talk good about me because the list of the bad ones. Whew, and those are the ones that I just know of. But you know what? It's crazy because part of my Rich House deal came with supposedly some Rose Red songs. And I never, like, that was something I don't know if we ever discussed. And it was like, yeah, I know we talked about that was all bullshit before. But like, that was one thing that Joe threw. Like, it was him, Prince Royce, that bros. And that's why that dude was such a scumbag. Such a scumbag, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, oh, awesome. And what was crazy was that he didn't know that I already had known you just aside. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if we had done any music together prior to that, but I already had a respect.
How exclusive I am. That's the thing. I know a lot of people, but I'm very exclusive.
Yeah, and I don't know if, and so I was like, dope. To me, it was a recognizable and also like a name that I respected from a local artist. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, dope. But it wasn't like he's like, let me call it right now. It was like thrown in the. So I was like, my project is gonna be dope because it's gonna be revolved around good R&B, good beats, production that was all bullshit, lies, and made up. Things that I didn't know that I was already doing better than this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that I saved that part of the count because we were talking about not you, but the Rich House situation earlier. And I knew that you were about to come into so I wanted to save that for that because I don't know if you knew that, but Joe would actually say that in the beginning that he's like, oh yeah, she's about to come into the studio. And I didn't know that you were already completely done with them. And I found that out from you. I think shortly after when I was like, oh my God, I'm getting fucked over. I think we ran into each other or something. And and it was just funny because I'm like, I realized that this dude was just full of caca.
Shadow Master in this shit right now.
Who the fuck gonna send him the link?
You.
I'm actually gonna switch. I'm gonna switch to my laptop because this is about to die. I don't want to cut y'all off unless y'all want to cut the show. I don't know what y'all doing.
You know who this guy is.
Turn it into a part 2, nigga. So
yeah. Because
y'all better have drinks for me next time.
I know.
I'm not drinking the shit people left here.
I knew Sarcastic was going to be crazy.
But I'm from the hood, so nigga to me just means a guy. Like, it don't mean, you know. Like,
no. You don't have to explain yourself, baby. Stop.
Because my daughter stop. I'm finna get canceled because when I talk the way I talk, I'm finna get canceled. I gotta really get canceled. That I'm Puerto Rican and I embrace my roots.
But our roots go all the way back to Africa. Shit, the first man. I see some documentary earlier that said that our first roots went back to Asia. I'm like, I am definitely not Asian. I don't need y'all to prove this. Get me in a room with 10 other women. I will prove I am not Asian. So I'm like, I know my roots are from Africa. I don't care what I look like up here. Fuck y'all, man. Anyway, that's a whole part 2.
Yes.
Hilarious.
That's the extended version of the show.
Black female. I was like, what?
Just because you look at something, just because you don't like.
I think we're almost.
I'm gonna throw the Rose Red because she's a true red and all that type of shit. I'm a Sicilian. That's
You see, you got the beard.
No.
Keep driving.
My cousin.
So just because
I just thought about it.
her complexion
think about that.
doesn't mean that she doesn't have the ability.
Give me a minute. Bring up my cousin.
You know what I'm saying? When it's done,
when we're done. I got you.
Most redheads don't have that capability, but because she's Puerto Rican, there's some nigga shit in there. There's some melanin in there, and there's no. The truth is that
people speak so good about Christopher Columbus. There's rapist Spaniards in there. There's Africans that got invaded, and then there was Tainos who got fucking their land taken from them and also raped and conquered. And then they created a great, amazing species, and that was me. But there was also Puerto Ricans.
Rose, do you tan? or do you burn?
I do tan.
Thank you.
I gotta be in my island.
They
Or
don't
I gotta be in,
You gotta be in that good tropical sun. You gotta be in that tropical sun.
But here's the thing. If it's a white girl who's redhead, sits out in the sun,
I'm
she
not
ain't gonna
red,
tan.
I'm
She's gonna
blonde.
burn. She's gonna go into flames.
I'm blonde. I'm
She's
not red.
blonde, not a redhead.
I color my hair red.
You fucking lying son of a bitch. You have just fucked up my entire life right now.
I'm blonde as fuck.
How are you blind? Her hair is dyed. It's not blonde, but it's naturally blonde, is what she's saying.
Fantasies, nigga.
So you're seeing her hair in red, but it's naturally blonde, is what
No,
she's
my
saying.
brother used to call me powder.
Rose
Okay?
red. I'm thinking
He's roasting. This joke took a comedy. This show took a comedy twist. Now, he thought her hair was blonde and it's red, but she said it was red. It used to be blonde. He's like, wait, am I not seeing right?
You telling me her carbon don't match the dreads? That's crazy.
So
I
Her
can't.
hair is blonde right now.
Fucked up. Stop lying to people. Man, you're a village. During my goddamn village.
he gonna cry in the car.
I'm gonna cry because you was an original OG.
He cries in the car when there ain't nobody there.
Literally.
I told you not to tell people that.
Really long time, and he knew me before I got pregnant. He knew me before. Like, we've been friends for a really long time. Then we found out we did music. I've been doing music since I was 14 years old. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm older than him, and so just growing in.
Well, Sarcastic was like 21, I think.
Yeah.
I was like, that was 2 years ago. 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
Time flies.
No.
It's really true what he said, and I touched on that in my interview. Was
Mm-hmm.
that a lot? Certain people
I'm at
use
1%.
people's name for clout when they're trying to get ahead, and I don't think it's fair because I feel like
Please.
if you're part of our community, you should be helping, advance the community instead of breaking us down. And
Yes,
not only in that
I'm about to. My shit's about to die.
But there are people who have said that they wanted to do documentaries and would try to pin us against each other. But we're such a strong community that we would turn around and look at them and be like, "What did you just say?"
Hey, listen, and I will tell you, Rosie. I will tell you, like, nothing excites me more than this kind of shit right here. This shit right here excites me. You know what I'm saying? I know both of you motherfuckers, and maybe the world doesn't know you, but listen. You both are homies of the show. I'm sorry, Sarcastic, but you're the fourth homie of the show. But Rosie is number one.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, she got a little queen activity there. And with that being said, also too, it's important for us in Chicago to give Chicago motherfuckers the credit that they deserve. And listen. Let's be very clear. You motherfuckers that are listening and that say shit, but you're not subscribing, you're not fucking... Listen, we want you on this show. We want to give you your praise. You know what I'm saying? Because even fourth homie of the show, which is Sarcastic, and the number one homie on the show... Listen, when you become a homie of the show, you can pop in whenever the fuck you want. You can do things different, right? And what we want to do is we want to give, people say, why are you always just Chicago artists?
Well, fuck them, shit, that's what it's about.
We gotta give the people around us the fucking shine that they deserve. And that's just a fucking fact. And I can't do it in Chicago without fucking with the people in Chicago.
It's very true.
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
I had this conversation this week with one of my girlfriends, and I said, do you understand if we lived in LA or Miami, we would be so fucking famous? Like, because I'm a socialite, right? I be at all the clubs, all the bars. I know everybody. I sing at all different places and stuff. But because we don't have like a solid industry here, like the people who are always around don't get the notoriety that they deserve. So we have to go outside and elsewhere to be recognized. So it makes us feel like no matter what we do, no matter how good we are, no matter what lengths we go to get known, We're already known, but we're not known out there.
Ooh,
And so
I'm dying over here because this is the question that I asked you, about living in the shadow of Chicago, because that's harsh. Because you're famous, you know it. The both of you guys
I'm a
that have been
socialite. I
down
go out all the
that
time.
road. You know what I'm saying? You're famous in Chicago, but for some fucking reason, it doesn't.
The
It
reason
doesn't
is
stick.
there's no industry. We're not superficial here. That's a
Right.
difference. We're becoming more adaptive to what is out there in the mainstream, but that's not really who we are. I don't think. You know what I'm saying? Where I feel like, us in Chicago, we feel like we need to stay true to who we are, our education, our
Man, shout out to
business
what you just
sense
said. Shout
is
out
more
to what
important
you just
than
said.
our looks and stuff like that. Where
Like,
now,
bro.
we're like more trying to get with the mainstream expectations of what an artist looks like and stuff.
Yeah. But
And
Chicago has its own look. It has its own flavor.
yeah,
It has its own
we
flair.
just
You know what I'm saying?
our
And
swag comes from our realness. I feel
yeah.
like.
Yeah.
And as a person that is not a Chicagoan, but motherfuckers are telling me that you've been here 16 years, nigga. You are from Chicago now.
I mean, technically, you never left, so I mean,
Yeah. So I'm here, and this is why I love the artists that I've met. The beautiful artists that I've met, you know what I'm saying? You, Sarcastic, and I can go on list and list. Like, I don't know how many people you think I know, but I know everybody. You know what I'm saying? But the thing to me is like, I want to give the ones that me in particular, loved and just found out, like, in my own mind and as a producer and in my own shit, like, these motherfuckers are better than everybody, and I don't understand why they're not moving past Chicago.
I think it's really indicative of how serious we are as artists that Shadow Master would even join in on us today. Like, that to me was just like, what? He's so legendary. Him and Annihilation, they've been hosting Sub T.
Man,
like
shout
years.
out to that right
is
there.
a legendary platform. And we've all been on it.
Listen, Sarcastic, all of a sudden we lost you, bro. We lost you.
He said he's gonna get off and come back on.
Okay.
But the thing is, this is
Got
like,
you.
for other people to come to Chicago and say, well, I'm going to try to get on Sub T. I'm going to try to do this and I'm going to try to do that, for things that we do constantly as a regular basis.
Yeah.
It shows the difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was one of those people, but I didn't do it the same way because I'm not from Chicago. So my whole approach was to just meet people, get the vibe, and just like run with it. You know what I'm saying? But not to turn this into your interview, but goddamn, it's like I can't talk to one of y'all without talking to all of y'all. And this is why, like, I think people are tripping off of the fact that we only are talking to Chicago people right now.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck either, because I feel like every Chicago person that I've ever met that has done amazing shit needs to be fucking heard.
Yeah, for sure. Like, shit. What the fuck?
You know what I'm saying? And so I'm all about that shit. And I love Sarcastic, and there he is. He's back.
We sprinkling in non-Chicago.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah. Much better.
I'm about to do the percolator.
So,
hey, you know what? Also, Shadow Master is so legendary. I had to, because I cut off and had to come back in. He is the voice of one of the Mortal Kombat characters in, like, the original. I don't know if y'all noticed, but somebody told me this, and I'm like, he is. I think it's Jax or something. I hope I'm not wrong. But in, like, the first Mortal Kombat. That's what we didn't even get into that topic. That's what I'm working.
He needs to be on the show. He said he want to be on the show. Please.
He needs his own exclusive. He gives the homie vote.
Hey, stop, because we're talking about Shadow Master. And y'all got my number. If you know how to get hold of him, shoot him my number. Let that motherfucker call me right now. I'll answer that shit. You know, like, I want the greatest motherfuckers that ever did it in Chicago or are still doing it in Chicago. You know, I mean, this is all right. This is what our show is about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The greatest thing that we could ever do is give people information and tell them, you know, we live in a city of big shoulders.
We do.
You know what I'm saying? And what does that mean? We live in a city of big shoulders. That means we carry big weight, nigga.
You see, we on
we carry big weight.
We just hit 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Who gives a fuck?
I do.
All right.
He's like, I got shit to do tomorrow.
All right. So give them your ending and I'll give them my ending.
Now, first we need to find out how we can get in contact with Sarcastik.
First of all, I got all Sarcastic information.
Not you, goddammit. The people watching the
number.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How do they find you?
Right. Wait. First, let me get on Discovery real quick. Now, okay, go ahead and say that.
Fuck out of here.
On Discovery. No, well, one thing that recently happened. I'm gonna get right to it, but one thing that recently happened, like my fucking Instagram had got hacked, so like I was going through that for a while, and I stopped. I just gave up on. So I'm gonna create a whole new.
You did a cash
app, didn't you? Fucked up.
No, it was one of them. It was one of them pages who told me I was gonna get $300. I was still one of them up.
You need a cash app. I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah.
I felt. She looked good. She looked good. And I'm just on the Insta, like she was like, and I was like, I know her. I didn't really know her, but I thought I did. And then she was like, just put. And so I'm not using that right now until the new creation comes about, which we didn't even get into it. Which is, I'm sure we're gonna involve it more in the next episode. You can find me on Facebook.
Next episode. He said next episode. Because we
speak indefinites.
We already. You know what I'm saying? We need a Rose Red Part 3 because we still in Part 2 we didn't get it to everything.
Hey.
And then now this nigga, he's already just saying there's a Part 2, period.
I mean,
what the fuck?
I think we just
is that what we're doing?
I think that's what we're doing.
Holy shit. Anyways, talk to the people real quick. Rosie, tell everybody how to find you and what the fuck you're doing.
I just released, and I'm still working on releasing separate songs of a live performance that I did. So I released 2 of them, and I still have like 6 more to go, but I'm doing it myself.
I got something to ask you.
You can go to Rose Red Music, RozeRedMusic,
and this
Instagram, and on YouTube. You can find my live performances there.
Because this also goes to Sarcastic, because what people don't know is Rose Red is working on "You Got a Fast Car" by Tracy Chapman.
Oh my god, I love that fucking song.
I'm working on the beat. I'm working on the beat.
You trying to be modest,
Rosie,
together.
Listen, I told Sarcastic. I let him hear already what I had.
You did show me a sample on the phone.
You did, because I didn't.
Yeah,
he was trying. I think he was trying to call him.
I'm gonna send him. I want him a part of it.
Okay, yeah.
And then the thought came to me. There's so many motherfucking songs that Rose Red can and we make this whole album
just like about remix and shit.
Yeah, but we make it hip hop. We do what Rosie loves. You know what I'm saying? And then you know, it's gonna take time for this shit to happen. Because Sarcastic already said for the "You Got a Fast Car," he said he's already in. And I said, okay, I'm gonna send you the stems. I haven't sent them to me yet, but I will. And I want him to work off of what I already have.
You want me to add to the beat, right?
Yeah, of course. First of all, we're gonna. I would love nothing more than a surprise Rose Red. You know what I'm saying, of the beat, because she is already fucking figuring out how she's gonna sing it in whatever fashion.
Also, here's
the thing. Gotta surprise a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it becomes way different. You know what I'm saying? And I got so many more ideas about like you doing a Nirvana song. Oh my fucking God. Slow the fuck down and hip hop the fuck out. Like I got all these ideas. Listen, Rosie, this is beautiful. No, I'm telling you. And I'm like my part of it is gonna be like I'm gonna set the foundation. And then give this shit to some of the greatest producers that I know in the city to add their shit to it. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be different.
And one of my favorite songs is "Faithfully" by Guns N' Roses.
That's a classic.
Trust and believe we on it.
That song to me is everything.
How about this? Give me your text me your top 10 of your favorite rock, alternative, whatever. We already have Tracy Chapman. Mm-hmm. I got a couple ideas about some other shit, but I'll shoot them at you. And then you know what I mean?
He got a whole booklet.
I'm a writer.
Yeah. It's going down. Anyways, anything you want to say before we got to cut this shit, man. We looking at damn 3 hours.
This shit was cool.
Crazy.
What in the fuck?
Oh yes, he's an artist. Oh my God.
Oh, look how red this rose is.
He made that. Yes.
That's a tattoo right there.
This one?
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I would be thoroughly surprised if this nigga ain't tattooing, man.
Right. We see. God damn it, we're not going to ask you questions. Shit.
Too much stuff shaking my hand.
You know what?
I don't got to study.
And on that note, God damn it.
First of all, let's not do this online.
I'm a barber.
That's kind of stiff though. Like that doesn't seem like it'd be fun. Like, you gotta, you need more,
I did
the entire fuck.
I'm just saying,
just happened.
That shit you just did was violent.
Okay. All right. So as we got to move out, go ahead, talk to these people.
Thank you so much, Sarcastic.
Oh,
like,
thank you.
This shit was like a squirrel in the cage on cocaine. You know what I'm saying? It was magical.
I don't even remember the last time I saw a squirrel in a cage. But I do remember the last time I saw somebody else off that other shit, and it was amazing. Watching it was like, whoa! The eyes went blink, and the jaw was like, cuckoo.
See,
like, he does like what I do, but not as good.
That was the perfect fucking sound effect.
Stay on track, man.
It was the perfect fucking sound effect. I'm sorry.
On track.
I mean, but seriously, this shit was perfect. Rose Red came through. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you guys
comment section was popping. I mean, fuck.
How do they find you?
I hope
they told us already. Shut up. Shut up. So thank you both for joining. We need a part 2 with you and a part 3 with you.
Oh, Rose Red.
We can make it the same show. And bam.
You know what? There you go. So we will get connected with both of you to get that shit scheduled.
I don't even know who left this here either.
Now that's fucked up. That's
smoking people's weed, drinking people's liquor, but they left it in my house.
All right, here's the thing. Let me give this outro.
Okay.
And the outro is when you're in the city.
Are you gonna explain what an outro is, or you gonna give us one?
I'm doing all of that all in one.
Oh, okay.
When you're in the city, man, and you love artists, like you're an artist yourself.
I love Vino. Vino is the truth. Vino is the truth.
Okay, I'm trying to give an outro.
Okay, I'm sorry.
See how this works. When artists are sitting amongst each other and shit.
Hater.
See what I'm saying? It's such a beautiful thing. This is the thing that I keep trying to tell Najee, and I'm trying to fucking make it is that
say it already.
Yo, we chilling on Friday night, shit. Come on, man.
Come on. So here's the fucking real shit. The real shit is that real artists recognize real artists, and real artists fucking have a certain type of mentality. And we're all funny, we're all fucking stupid, we're all fucking ridiculous. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. You're never gonna get a big L back. Trust and believe.
Big L,
He's,
big L.
he's
Big
too
L.
soon. Shit.
whatever.
Still hurt.
Anyways, here's what happens. Okay, if I could say this to any fucking young child that's understanding what these people have said, their ups, their downs, their beginnings, their endings, but there is no ending as a fucking creative soul. A creative soul. There is no ending.
There's no lid on the jar.
No, there never. It could never be, because the mind never stops working, as we're seeing with these two individuals right now. The mind never stops working, and the understanding of that, and the understanding of, if I'm a young artist, I need to look at the older artists. You know, not because I know y'all are in the 20s, but the older artists who.
Thank you.
Who are actually like putting work ethic, who are doing something. You know what I'm saying? They're not sitting back and waiting for something to happen. They're doing. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what a lot of young artists don't get. So out of the rose red, it becomes the rose out of the concrete, so to speak. Shout out to Tupac. Without a sarcastic, you know what I'm saying, we don't get humor. We don't get this craziness and this amazing character. You know what I'm saying? Because that man is different face to face as he
Did
is.
you say different?
Yeah, different as you are face to face, because there's certain things of our character that we give, right? Rose Red gives it all on the line all the time, and so sometimes she needs to just fucking leave me alone, shut the fuck up, because she gives everything, right?
Yeah.
And so a sarcastic gives everything, but he's able to manage it in a different way.
First of all, I'm a virgin. And you got to buy me a steak dinner.
That's where where that creative energy comes from.
My point is,
Real shit.
as artists, we deal with things differently, and in some of the things, that's why we got to do another part 2 of Sarcastic, and I firmly believe we got to do another one with our fucking homie.
You have totally fucking lost me.
Anyways, I'm trying to get to a fucking point.
Okay.
The point is that there's a lot to be learned here. All of this, there's a lot to be learned.
I look like some voodoo shit.
Yeah.
I ain't with all that shit.
There's a lot to be learned. There's a lot to be learned from Rose Red. There's a lot to be learned for her chiming in and respecting the fact of who Sarcastic is. There's a lot to be learned that they have relationships. There's a lot to be learned in all of that. And this is what I'm trying to tell these young motherfuckers that are doing shit. You see, you make a relationship, you don't burn bridges.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how long it takes me to get to my motherfucking point, but my point is my point. And then my point is what we do. We unwrap.
We do?
We unwrap. And the bigger issue is here is that if you're going to do it with your all full force. And if you're going to do it, don't burn bridges. Love the motherfuckers around you. And if it's a girl around you, don't try to get in her goddamn panties. Love her like a sister.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Well, it's tough to.
I respect that.
Just saying. You gotta understand that. Women come into this game and they're totally different.
Don't go on the fucking tangent.
No, but they do come in this game, and it's a little bit harder, and it's a little bit. I don't mean harder like that. I'm just saying.
Please stop, because my brain can't. I can't.
Hey, but hey, I gotta say it.
Yeah.
This has been unwrapped.
It has.
I don't even know, man.
First of all,
listen,
no. That little thing, and get to your point.
Hey, nigga, I'm done. I am done because this has been unwrapped.
Yes.
This is what we do.
Yes.
Hey, man, you done heard it right now from your boy, he detective. You done heard it right now from
Yeah, so come back next week. We'll be talking to some fucking body. I don't know.
Yeah.
Same bat time, same bat motherfucking channel.
You know, we ain't tripping.
Back hurts from sitting on this chair so damn long.
Hey, did Rose Red just fucking shoot a gangbang sign at
Hell yeah, for sure.
Hey, listen. Hey, like and subscribe. Fuck with us, because we're gonna be here every fucking Friday at 8:30. And if you're a homie of the show, I think you should want to be a homie of the show, because If you're a homie of the show, we're gonna bring your ass in.
So aspire to be good. Oh, and also, if you watch a motherfucking podcast for 2 hours and 44 minutes and you don't subscribe, you're an asshole. Okay, so do what you will with that.
And it's very wide.
And with that being said, because neither one of you motherfuckers have liked to subscribe to our shit.
I did.
Keep talking.
Yeah, not you. I'm talking about piece of
I did that shit. I did.
You know what I'm saying?
I did.
Like and subscribe. It's YouTube /rap. It is fucking Facebook, Heat Detector /fucking unwrap. Listen, we're in a minute. We're not going to be on fucking Facebook no more, man.
Gonna be dead and forget it,
man.
Yeah.
We try to do this shit, and we want to bring the greatest fucking individuals to be on our show. And listen, both of you guys have been amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you guys for having us. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for
I mind some of the shit when you guys said you couldn't hear me. I was just pretending in some of the parts. I can't.
That's fucking terrible. I want to point that shit out. That is fucking terrible.
But I cursed myself because I really did go fucking mute. I was like,
that's
God damn it,
hilarious.
I will say this. I will say this. For your show, and Rosie, no disrespect to you because you have been only great for the fucking show on rap. But I think Sarcastic got you now.
Oh, that's terrible. But at the same time, that's good.
Yeah,
I don't really know which one it is.
Trying to get us to outdo the next one. That's all.
So on that note,
guess who? I got his number. We finna talk. Don't even worry about it. We kick it outside.
We can talk for a quick second. But anyways, we gotta let this shit go because we're going on 3 goddamn hours.
I'm saying, man,
we kick it outside of class, like I said. It's all good.
I got a cramp in my foot.
Now I know what hoes feel like at 3 hours of work.
Did he just say what I think he just said? Did he just say what he said?
Hey, on that note, hit that motherfucking button. That is the perfect ending.
Yeah.
I love you guys, man. Hit me up. You guys all got my number. I am more than fucking thankful for you guys having me. We out.
We cannot even talk after this point.